How long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we say fuck this piece shit and grab them clappers? How long before we lose our voices shouting Black Lives Matter? How long we gon' keep letting them disrespect our president? How long we gon' keep letting them terrorize our residents? I'm sick of this shit, it's word to Bernie Mac. How long before we police ourselves, take our own streets back? How long for Uncle Tom hitting hate on this shit? How long before they take a shot at me for making this shit? How long I gotta wait for justice for Josiah Shaw? How long we gotta fake it till we can take it and whack 'em all? How long we not gonna make these youngins pull their pants up? How long we gonna keep letting them shoot us down with our hands up? How long we gonna keep killing our own and making these streets hot? How long will what I say to you stay with you when the beat stop? How long's your attention span? How long you watch the news? You ain't down to shake shit up with the rebels for the cause? I ain't talking to you.
Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing tonight? What's going on? Happy Friday. You know, we out here and we living and we good, we healthy, we happy. What's going on? Unconditional love, blessings. First one in. You know what I'm saying? It is a Friday night. I'm ready to have some fun. I'm mellow right now, but you know, we finna turn up. I just turned up over there on Big Vibes and I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Ready for my peoples. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this link in the chat because I know that they coming. And at this point, I don't care who come. You know what I'm saying? You can have some fun with your boy. Just a little bit about today. I ain't going to go into no specific news or nothing, man. I'm just going to talk about the thought processes of small-minded and biased individuals. Okay. So, of course, you know, I'm the type of person, and if you know me and you've been on this channel, even if you don't, I'll explain it over and over again. I believe in my heart of hearts that injustice anywhere is a damn threat to justice everywhere. I don't give a fuck who it is. If I see it, I'm definitely going to point it out. I don't care if it's, you know, one of the worst persons that you might think that it is in the world, just like when people think the same thing about R. Kelly. So, of course, you know, I had a live that I did the other day. It said, Trump, 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 we need to send letters to Mar-a-Lago. I posted that because I'm unapologetic, you know, at my best. I mean, if I'm standing on my box and I'm about business, what I tend to do is I speak from the heart and I speak the truth. I can't live or focus properly if I'm not speaking the truth. It's just the way that it is. So I posted this in the in celebration of R. Kelly chat on Facebook, which I'm actually a founder. I'm actually a key contributor. And I do this all the time. So a guy reached out, you know, because of the fact that, you know, I posted that and he was like, you know, the hell with Trump, free R. Kelly, which sent us on a journey of him insulting me and me telling him about policies. He's asking me, well, name one policy that Trump is look, he's trying to close this border. He's trying to drill. He's trying to bring our food prices down. And what does Trump say? Oh, Trump's bad. That's all he says. That's all Biden has to say. He's not running on anything. So, you know, he ended up saying that this man was my master. And then, of course, y'all know in old Provoked Dogs fashion, I had to take this motherfucker to school. So you can only imagine what the hell happened to his ass on the Celebrating R. Kelly channel. I feel like that we as people have to point out injustice wherever we see it. And we cannot allow for our hatred of another person to cloud our judgment to the point that we cannot see when due process is being violated, whether our rights are being violated or anything. We have to make sure that we are in a position to see things clearly. And seeing things clearly is not watching MSNBS. It's just not. It's just not. So when all you can do is parrot to me what the media has told you, you not talking about, and you ain't standing on shit, and you damn sure ain't standing on business.
Right.
Not when it comes to me, and because I can come with facts, I can come with stats, and I can come with numbers, and they never lie.
Right.
They never lie. It don't make no damn sense that a person that can clearly see that Michael Avenatti said that just like Donald Trump and just like R. Kelly, 90% of it is bullshit, and you can't question it.
Right.
All you can do is parrot to me, he's a racist, and he's this, and he's that. And I'm like, well, shit. All the shit that Joe Biden said, I can quote. You can't quote a damn thing to me this man said. Not a damn fuck thing can you say. Besides, he said that black people can kind of feel me because of what I'm going through.
Right.
And we can. Shit, I felt him. I'm like, shit, this is fucked up. E. Jean Carroll, fucked up.
Right.
Trying to take this man's money, fucked up. This is the same shit that they did to R. Kelly. They stopped this man's concerts. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
So he couldn't even get no revenue.
Which is a violation in the game.
Spotify took him off of their playlist. He couldn't get no fucking revenue. They depleted that man. They try the same shit every time. And if you can't see it, whether it's black or white, orange, green, purple, or blue, then you're a dumb son of a bitch. At the end of the day. And you want to call me brainwashed.
Right. I was just thinking, Provoked, maybe for the slow people, you can pull up, because I don't think a lot of people know. Now, I'm not going to say I pretend to know all the ends of the law and the breakdown, the and all the politics. I'm not even going to even go down that rabbit hole, because I'm not. What a little bit I know, I sit back and I learn by listening to you all gentlemen and you all ladies and all of that come in. But I was wondering, would it be a good idea to just have people see what does it mean when they hear the phrase due process? Because I believe you shouldn't take it for granted that people just know. A lot of people don't understand that. We're not even talking about Mr. Cosby, Mr. None of that. Just across the board. If you don't understand what due process is, then when someone, like you said, have some ill will towards you and they ain't got no fact, they can finesse and manipulate, and you won't even know how you being played. In other words, if you don't know that you have rights, then you in danger.
Well, I can clearly recall Muse, a very simpleton person, and I'm just going to say that his first name is Angie, and the last name is Slow. So Angie Slow said on somebody's live, y'all know who I'm talking about, that due process is that when you get to court and they get you in there, and then that's when the process is due, because he got that accent, is due. She sound like motherfucking Medea or some shit. Hello. Shit. So, due process is this. Due process is the fact that, and I'm going to explain it as best I can. No human being shall be deprived of life, liberty, and or property without due process of law. You cannot deem a person guilty, take away their resources, their ability to earn money, their ability to speak up for themselves and defend themselves without due process. And what due process is, the rights that we have that are inalienable to us.
Right.
To have a fair, unbiased jury inside of a fair and speedy and unbiased trial.
Mm-hmm. And that gentleman did not receive none of that.
When the media jumps ahead of shit,
Yeah.
and has panels, do you think he's guilty? Do you think, oh, he's a monster?
Right. Should have been a gag on that.
This is when we dive into the court of public opinion that has no jury and it's all emotional bullshit.
Right.
It's emotional bullshit, and it don't mean a damn. Not to me. Right. It don't. I tell anybody, I set my ass down and I watch Surviving R. Kelly with a fine-tooth comb, because you ain't fit to sit up here and talk about somebody that was the soundtrack of my motherfucking life, and I'm gonna not pay attention to the shit.
Right, right.
They could have did a fucking Surviving Johnny Gill, and I would have been in front of the TV like, what the fuck did Johnny do?
Right.
Because he's a part of the soundtrack of my life.
Right.
And if I had seen any bullshit in it, I'd have been on here talking about free Johnny Gill. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why I keep doing my best to reference the late Tupac Amaru Shakur with that white shirt on outside the court. That's very short clip. It was a lot that Pac revealed and shared. A lot. If you just sit back with an open perspective and just listen. He unpacked a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? When he asked him toward the end, but then why did he come after you? He said, because I didn't shut up, because I'm loud. All I do is make rap and talk. My biggest crime for talking too loud and not stand, paraphrase on this point, stand within the parameters that the elitists have set rules in place. They let you go as far as Pac said in another interview. They let you go as far as you want to do in society and life to achieve whatever. And Matulu said in the interview, but when you start to organize around change and you are awakening, as you always eloquently provoke, talk about people out of their ignorance, out of their sleep, to think for themselves. When you do that, those that want to keep you asleep and control you like puppet strings coming after you.
You know, one of the main things, man, that I believe in is you need to think, because it ain't illegal yet. They kind of making you can't speak up about it like you would want to, but it's not illegal to think.
Right.
You know, and as expanding my channel, you know, and it's like, damn, you know, it's really turning into a think tank, man. We thinking about some things, man. I don't want us to just. I think that we would be doing R. Kelly a disservice with him saying that it's not just about him, right, and me making my channel all about him.
Right.
Because we got to show the injustice that is surrounding us.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And trust me, we will expand beyond Donald Trump. We will expand beyond R. Kelly.
Right.
Because it's always going to happen. The one thing about it is the devil ain't got no new tricks, and we're going to go through this.
Right.
But this too shall pass.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The song my auntie on my dad's side used to always play that song when she was going through back in the day. That was her favorite song, man. Got her through some dark times.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I know it firsthand.
So let me go ahead and run through my chat, since I got a few people. First and foremost, before I do that, if you come in here for the first time, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. If you got friends that ain't got shit to do tonight, ain't got no date, call them motherfucking asses up and say, hey, you go tune in to Provoked Thoughts. He over there talking about some shit. If your mama, like you know what I'm saying, if you're in your 20s and you got a 45-year-old mama, send a fine ass over here. Send it on. All right.
You got no comment on that.
Send it on. All right. Huh? All right.
DV in the building. DV, what's up,
Hey,
man? I'm Shoes. How you doing, DV?
yeah.
Darlene, Queen, it's been a minute. Bless you. Always an honor to see you in the chat. Hey, child, how you doing, my sister? We gonna get it cracking, y'all. We gonna get it cracking.
Oh yeah, Miss Cookie the real. You out here, and I'm gonna start putting some of this stuff up in here. I'm in here multitasking because I work my ass off,
Okay.
and I try my best to get the content going for you guys. Like I said, I appreciate my man Big Vi for
Always.
warming up the grill for the night.
Yes, sir. You sure did.
He had
Got a
them
nice.
steaks. He had them steaks going, and
Yeah.
my meat stay on marinade. So we gonna drop something on there. I got my boy, Chi-Town's finest, man.
As
Two of
busy
Chi-Town's finest.
as busy as he is, Brother Crux blessed us on the platform. Blessed us to
Two,
be
Oh
good.
man,
yes, and I'm telling you, man, Jeff is one of my people that when shit went down and we ain't randomly knew each other, we didn't even know each fucking other, but I saw some shit he said in the chat, or he saw shit, and we'll comment, then fuck around the inbox, we got to chopping it up. This is one of my guys, man, in this fight, man.
Yes, sir.
You
absolutely.
know,
Absolutely.
and it's gonna be an honor when we do actually get an opportunity to meet, because it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
You know, just like Big
Yeah,
Vi is gonna be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Big Vi like my brother.
Yeah.
Muse is like my brother. You
Sir.
know, so we sit here, we debunk lies on all fronts. I try to keep the shit moving in a certain way because I really love for us to kind of keep it fresh and not bore ourselves. So we bounce around and talk about all type of shit. Like I said, we can talk about government, cheese, sports. I don't give a fuck. But at the end of the day, we're going to hash out everything. And one thing that I'm gonna let everybody know: make sure that you are subscribing, because I am on a mission to get to 500 subscribers. Once we get to 500, we going for 1,000. You know, we trying to make things happen. Once my channel grows, my shit grows, we gonna start making t-shirts, street interviews out here, trying to make sure that we get the truth out about everything. There is no more time in our lives to be lied to. I'm sick of this shit.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
absolutely.
It's gonna be a dog fight though. It's gonna be a
And
dog fight.
and at this point, I'm at the point of no return. I've lost more than most people have ever gotten, and I'm willing to risk it all to make sure that the truth is finally told about stuff, so we can really live in the America that they keep on lying our asses about.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I'm sick of it. I'm tired. I feel like that people are blinded and indoctrinated in democratic voting systems because they mamas and they damn daddies did it. So why shouldn't they? And they voting for people for the wrong fucking reasons. I feel like that people don't even understand that everybody, every attorney, everyone that came after R. Kelly was a far left extremist Democrat.
Mm. Huh.
Nobody realizes that.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Which
I
is
agree.
one of the reasons why I say Trump 2024.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Trump 2024, if R. Kelly's still in this jam, I'll bet you cash money he getting them up out of it.
Yeah.
Man,
I
absolutely.
bet cash money. If he let Lil Wayne go and he listened to Lil Wayne, I know that while he trying to get when he was trying to get with Melania, he had some Kales in his playlist.
Ah. Crux. Crux.
What's good with it, man? I'm letting Derek man air the situation now.
Yeah.
I
But the
bet you,
news,
I
man,
bet you cash money. I bet you cash money. Trump was with Melania. Melania, I have some music I want you to hear. It's really nice. It's called Bump and Grind by R. Kelly. Can you imagine? He doesn't see anything wrong with it. Can you imagine? Yeah, exactly. And doing the little Trump dance and shit.
Hey, hold
Uh,
fast. Where was Kale staying though? Whole time he was
He
staying at
let
the
that
what?
man. He let that man stay in his towel.
yeah.
Hey man, Trump say, hey, look, you messing with my tenant now, man. You know.
Right.
Mhm.
But no,
Come on, man. I'm like, come on, man. I mean, I know with the intelligent mind that Donald Trump has, he knows that Michael Avenatti was fucking with the both of them.
Yeah.
Mm.
You think Trump don't know that shit when he was able to find out all that shit about Fonnie Willis?
Yeah, we got a common enemy.
Yeah.
And the enemy of my enemy is my friend, so I know they ain't even enemies.
Yeah, I was talking to my sister the other day about that, and it's deeper than what we see on the surface. It's very political, you know. And if you see, the Democratic Party is at the helm of a lot of these attacks. When people get
Hey Jeff, ever since I said on my fucking shit that they tested out the RICO on R. Kelly to charge Donald Trump, I've been getting bots in my shit.
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they I've been getting a lot of that on Facebook. But when you uncover that, it makes a lot more sense. Like, you know, Kels and Trump, they know more than what what they're letting on. They know what this is about.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course.
So the powers that be, and first and foremost, appreciate being on the platform. Thank Derek for having me. It's always an honor and a pleasure. Chop it up with you brothers, brother Muse, very deep, intelligent brother. So I appreciate.
Hey, bro, you got a lock in the locker room, bro. You one of them people, bro. You just ain't came to the locker room. You already had your plate already been up. Ready. all you had to do was drop on in. Like you like, dang, it was already set up. But I got a bottle of Hennessy for you, all of that.
Man,
ready.
my dude. But check it out, my guy. The thing that really 5 years ago, like you were saying, man, we locked in, you know what I'm saying? And that's what this whole thing was about. 5 years ago, when we started on this journey with Kills, you got people from all in this sector, you got people from all over this country and abroad that I was thinking, like, you know what, man, this is gonna be a perfect networking opportunity. It's gonna be a perfect way to grow some extended family. You know, we got people from down south, the Midwest, all of us on the panel from the Midwest, the East Coast, the West Coast, you know, and that's what it was supposed to be about. You know what I'm saying? It's about us unifying under the R. Kelly supporters, and we were supposed to have this great opportunity to meet one another in person and fellowship and kindness and in truth and in respect for one another. And we've done that. You know what I'm saying? Just with our small circle, we've actually done that. You know, and the ones we haven't met yet, some of us, but for the most part, we kept it respectful. We kept it on the topic, and we as a man. 5 years, y'all family to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and,
hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about, you know. So man, to fast forward to the subject at hand, yeah, man, the thing that's very irresponsible about the R. Kelly situation is that they give this man way too much power. That he has the power to leap tall buildings in a single bound. You know what I'm saying? To outrun freight trains. You know, like he's Superman and pull off the crazy allegations that they say that this man has done. I mean, you would have to literally think this man is a superhero to pull off this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I swear to God, man, this dude is ridiculous. He can, boy. I'm talking about the wild sex every night at a point, boy. What the fuck?
Ain't no way, man. And I'm glad that shout out to Andre Taylor that Kels cleared that up when Dre asked him, you know, who he was, and you know, and he said, "I'm just simply nobody, man." You know what I mean?
I'm a nobody. You know what I'm saying? For real.
You know what I mean? That was the realest thing, man, and we got to get that. Because if you let that crush, you know, those individuals who had mad talent, but because they did not have character and maturity, you just spoke about it on Big Vibe.
Yeah.
You just spoke about that situation. That's all that was. When you said that, that's the only thing came up in my head. You can be gifted, but if you don't have the character sustain and nurture that gift, woo, you're gonna do what you just experienced that you shared with Big Bat on that platform over there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The intention has to be pure,
Yep.
Right.
and for Gales to have the level of humility that he has, and has it's the level of success that he's achieved, to still have that humility. And if you
Intact.
notice,
Absolutely, 100%.
the whole world has came against this man, and he still has not went public and
Right.
said anything bad about any of these
Yep.
accusers or nothing.
Yeah, because I'd have felt weak by now.
Oh
And I'd
yeah,
be like, man, I'd be like, all these bitches, I swear to God, I don't know none of these hoes.
oh
I'd
yeah,
have
man.
lost it. I'd have
Gail
lost
King
it.
would have been all type of dog heads in that interview
I'd have
back then.
lost it, man. I'm telling by now, 5 years.
Yeah.
5
Man,
years. Man, look, I'm like, hey, Gail, you want an exclusive? I got one for you. I'm gonna snatch that wig off your shit. Since they acted like I was threatening your ass then, I'm gonna be threatening your ass now. I got 30 years, motherfucker.
but see, that's the backdoor activity that we've been seeing, the sabotage. She came in that man's house, had him thinking he was gonna be able to tell his story, but then what she did, she flipped it and was very condescending, and then was leading on like, oh, so you're lying? So everybody's lying? Oh, don't do that.
And presenting accusations as facts.
Exactly.
Presenting these women's accusations as facts. That's how you taint a fucking jury pool, because you're bearing witness.
Yeah.
Because when you state it as fact, you're stating it like you was there. He did this and he did that.
Yeah, where's your journalistic integrity? And that is the irresponsibility as it pertains to how they've been handling this man for the past. I mean, even before 5 years, because I remember when Bill Cosby case was going on. I think that was around 2015, and
Okay.
Oh shit, he going there. Huffington Post, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I've seen the narrative in the media being presented and painted like, oh, this man was dating white women in the civil rights movement. Like, what?
So
How
black
men?
They put him in a every 2 year cycle with that shit, because
Exactly.
the way the shit worked out. Peep game. In 2015, that was the first when the Buffet album was on its way out, and he was trying to promote it, and he was talking about they not promoting my album. This is the same shit that Michael Jackson went through.
Yes.
With his Invincible album.
That was a cold album. That album was tight.
Okay, so he going through the shit to the point where he got to go online and say, y'all need to support the album, yada 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 yada. And they really didn't promote this album, man. Chicago repped because we got deep into the album, and they was playing "Wake Up Everybody" from the Buffet, because that was one of the coldest cuts on there. He got in his Teddy Pendergrass bag, shocked the shit out of me. So he out here trying to promote this album that he's calling the Buffet, that's portraying every style that he ever had.
Right.
And this lady gets up here and attacks him, and he handled it well, because this was the first attack in the 2 year cycle. But what you don't realize is within that time, he was in the process of he had probably already met, or we can backtrack and date that interview and see, had he already met Azriel?
Mm-hmm.
We need to get the date on that actual interview, the date that they say that concert was, and intertwine that shit.
Yes. Because
figure out when they met, when that attack started, and we can kind of get a gist of that shit. But we gonna fast forward 2 years to where all of a sudden he come online talking about motherfuckers done broke in his shit.
Right.
In the back of my mind, I'm like, oh shit, here we go again.
Yeah.
Because the last time we got caught up like that, it was a great theft that popped off. So I'm like, oh shit.
Right. That was the same place that they said he had them chained in the basement and all of that.
Right, and shortly after that, here comes
And
10 Savage and Asante McGee.
right. They
And
don't
here
even
comes
have
all this bullshit online, and here come the Jay Savage with this song, and all of this foolishness that popped off right up in that cusp of 2017. So now we fast forward 2 more years. January 5th or January 6th or on the 8th, on his fucking birthday, matter of fact. We can go back. I'm gonna pull up the calendar. When the fuck was that? 2019. 19. Come on, 19. Where you at? Where you at? Let's not even play with it. I ain't got time today. So 2019, January. That shit came out. When is R. Kelly's birthday?
January the 8th.
Shit came out. And when did Surviving R. Kelly come out? Let me look that up. What date did that come out on?
I don't know.
Because it was definitely right around. It ruined the shit out of his birthday. It ruined the shit out of the Born to My Music album drop.
What up, Provoked?
What's going on, J Rock?
Yeah.
Jay Rizzo.
I'm sorry. I'm in my bag tonight, man. I'm sorry. I wasn't even supposed to be
What up,
here.
Muse? What up, Jeff?
What up, Mr. Timeline?
What's
up?
If you're looking for the date on Surviving R. Kelly, it was January 3rd, 2019.
Okay, fine. Okay, so from the 3rd, and R. Kelly's birthday was the 8th, you say?
Yes. Yes.
So 3rd, 4th, 5th.
Yep.
Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
A week. Yeah.
2 days before his birth, 3 days before the man's birthday. Fucked up his January 1st album release of Born to My Music. Nobody remembers that shit. He dropped Born to My Music, the single, on January the 1st.
Oh, wow. I forgot it. Man.
Born to My Music.
Yeah.
Whenever, wherever you are, you are.
Wow.
And thanking his fans for his 30-year career.
Yeah, man. See what
man, go ahead, Jeff. So whoever talking, go.
Oh yeah, no, I was saying they studied it the last time around, and what they did was they knew because prior to that, like we laid the timeline out. Shout out to J Rock, and Derek. But prior to that, you had the Me Too movement out there counseling his shows and stuff like that. So they knew the first thing to do is to cripple. That was back in like 2017.
Yeah, that was finance crippling. That was phase 1.
Yeah, phase 1 is cripple the attack and cripple the finances. Phase 2 is to destroy your image in the media. So that was Surviving R. Kelly and all the propaganda, and they peeing and defecating in buckets and all these crazy helicopters over the crib and girls in the basement chained up. All that was phase 2. You know what I'm saying? Is destroy your credibility. Phase once your image has been destroyed, utterly destroyed, then it's time to come and prosecute you. Now it's time to come with the charge. You know what I'm saying?
Now that you're a wounded ass bird, now it's time to come scoop up the remains.
Right. Just like a vulture. You know what I'm saying? It's and just sit there and know what's happening, because we seen it with Bill Cosby. Now they couldn't do it all the way to Bill Cosby. They did it, but they ain't go all the way in like they would like to have done.
They went in. They went in, but they only went in. They only had so much. They had pretty much a lesbian stud. That's all they had, man. Come on, bro.
Come on. And then
all the gorgeousness. Yeah, all the gorgeousness that passed through the Cosby Show. What was the teacher that Theo liked? You remember her?
Oh,
he didn't try that.
No, man.
In Hampton, right?
Miss what was the teacher?
What was her name? But she was fine. I was like, oh God,
Miss Westlake.
Yeah, Miss Westlake. She took the damn glasses off and flipped that hair. And
Hey, Miss Huxtable, Miss Huxtable still fine, and she about
I
70
thought
some years old.
Felicia Rashad was so
Man.
cold. Lisa Bonet was so fine. All
Felicia
that
Rashad
passing
to this
through,
day is still the
all
finest
that
woman.
passing through, and ain't none of them told the story.
Felicia
Right.
Rashad is still the finest TV mom in sitcom history.
That
Absolutely.
never won a supporting actress Emmy. They played her.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, at the end of the day, like I look at the bullshit. You know, now do I think that Kels like could have played in a higher league when it came to females and how they looked?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You know, he did. He could have. Cause I promise you, the one that you that frog face thing you married,
Cass
that's
was
ridiculous.
tweaking, man. He was tweaking. I ain't gonna hold you.
Nah,
Cass was
well,
tweaking with a
anytime
lot
you
of
got a
women.
female that can do this, can do a side salto 360 backflip and a split on your demonstration,
That was
I
all
guess
that
he
was
was like, yeah, you know, she probably made him say, ooh.
The age bracket he was and the space he was in his life too. You know,
They had ugly sex, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And to think that people think that he made songs thinking about, no, he was thinking about Drea doing them splits when he was making some of them songs. He wasn't thinking about no kid.
Drea is the biggest fraud of all times because and people don't ask the right questions because I would have literally asked her, well, baby girl, wasn't you in the Summer Bunnies video busting it wide open? And wasn't Aaliyah in that video? Hey, I'm sorry about that, Daddy V. I really make you. Hey. I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. You know, that's what we do over here. You know, but I'm telling you, she busted it wide open. I'm talking about to where they had to have a black box over her black box. Am I lying? No. Come on, Crux. Am I lying? They had a black box over the black box.
Yeah,
and then she was did the most ridiculous split in the video. I was like, was that necessary? She was out there.
Then she tell a story, right? She on an interview telling a story, talking about you know, when did you know Kels wanted to marry you? And she telling some story about her on the bus
reading the Bible. You were lying.
The sunlight was shining. Nah. He knew he wanted to marry your ass when your ass was doing splits on the Dino.
I'm like, oh my God. You made me choke. Oh man.
Let's be honest, bro.
Drea, man, look. Drea probably at her peak of looks was a strong 6.75.
Right.
6.75. You throw some makeup on that thing, arch them eyebrows real nice, put some lipstick on it, some eyeshadow, because you got to put a lot of shadows around that ugliness. Then you can get her up, and then turn the lights down. You can get her up to an 8. I'm just saying, bro, because the body always been ridiculous, and she can put her leg behind her head, your head, everybody's head. It don't even matter.
And look, let's go ahead and just say it like this: we talking about during the heyday, like, you know, in R. Kelly during the 90s and everything in regards to that, because there were some cold women in the 90s. I'm sitting up in here right now watching Blade, and I'm just watching the scene with Sanaa Lathan right now.
Look here. He could have had any of them, man. I'm talking about you.
Lathan, Sally Richardson, because I heard there was rumors Sally Richardson was actually hanging out with
Puff. It's a female, okay.
And Sally from Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right?
Was married to Gary Sheffield.
Oh yes, her.
And I can remember her vividly from when I was a kid, and I know Jeff remember this shit when he was a kid, and Muse remember this girl. You got to move on up the mountain, got to pull the devil down, because he ain't got no business being on the higher ground. You remember her?
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah,
she was young, and then she
Yeah.
ended up getting grown and getting fine. Then man, like she was like that Tracy Spencer fine back in the day. You remember Tracy Spencer?
Of
Oh
course.
yeah.
Mhm.
Tender kisses.
I mean,
Aaliyah blew her career out the water.
yeah, she appeared on
Boom.
Family
Mhm. Hey, but see, Kels was. Oh my bad, brother. Go ahead.
No,
I'm good.
but think about that. He definitely smashed her. It was a sex tape about her, but she was an adult at the time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
man.
think she might have been the light skinned one in the video when he had all the hair all over his head.
Let me touch this. You said tape. Let me touch this and dive into something. Something just came to my mind. That's why when you're looking at any cases that they throw at you, you cannot afford to be a surface level individual. You just can't. If you think that way, you need to probably go to school or get some doctor, medication or something.
Right.
Don't comment on anything. Here's the thing. Look at this. Walk with me, you all. They talked about this tape when it first came out. All right. They said he got this tape, whatever. All that don't even matter. But during that time, do you all recall at any time from there up to now any reports to DCFS? Have there been any documentation that we've heard about that's on file at the police stations in these various cities? You know what I
Now, the
mean?
only one that I
These
know of,
particular. Go ahead, Jeff.
and I'm gonna get out of there is they did have something with pertains to Rashona back then, but it didn't go nowhere because of course they denied her and the parents denied the claims. But Sparkle, I believe, was the one that put the inquiry in for DC, whatever they call it, for the
The
children.
Department of Children and Family Services shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one that I've actually heard.
Them kidnappers that take people kidnappers straight up. I mean, it's necessary sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah. I just wanted to chime in right quick and let Muse finish his point, but that's the only one that I heard.
Right.
Yeah, but
Go ahead,
you got one. My thought is though, Crux, with that, because it's back to Susan Logan again. All the time you mistake, you got to keep going back to that. Everything you can do. Then you got CNN. Everybody and their mama across the four corners of the globe that saw the tape for doing this time. This man still walking around free. I don't get that. This is what I get though. This is what I get. The big payback. The big payback. Why settle for a little bag when you can not only put a person away where you believe they're dying there, and you can keep eating off him until your descendants pass away. Do you know how well you got to plan that? Oh, we got social media around? Oh, okay, we study. Oh, I see the urban community, they lack a lot of food. Oh, okay. That's incite something and put out there and give them trial to public opinion. And being us as prosecutors, we can extract some of that and use that in court. Oh, we control the media. We got politicians, we got these leaders, everything. They're gonna believe whatever we say in the media. Because we control their mind, because they won't think for themselves. And they think this is about this only one case. Ha 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 ha. We setting up precedent. Ha ha ha.
You better understand it ain't about just one case. It's about everybody. Because if they can do it to him and it came out of R. Kelly's mouth, they can do it to everybody. That's what I tell anybody that if you can't see injustice everywhere, you can kiss my ass because you're blind. And if that's the case, you're just a fucking fan.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I saw a video earlier, and it's kind of funny what kind of falls in your feed sometimes. And
Mhm.
I call this video, BNC, is no longer around for obvious reasons. They're part of that. I believe they're part of that R. Kelly karma train. When you start putting negative shit about him, you catch your own private hell.
Right.
The video they had out was in regards to after the verdict, and it was the ratchet predator from Mute R. Kelly. I don't have to say her name. You know who she is. She turns around and says something about the fact that she denied the video is titled that she denies the conspiracy theories about R. Kelly, like bringing up the fact that there's no part that Sony is playing it in regards to that Sony's doing this because they're trying to keep him from getting whatever money that's due to him and whatever the case may be, and how she says she's been felt threatened because the supporters coming after her, saying that, well, I travel back and forth from Chicago frequently and I got to have a detail and everybody around me. Now I'm like, woman, they coming at you because you're being full of shit with all the stuff you saying. We already, because see, the thing is, we don't have to threaten you if we know the truth.
You know what I believe in my heart of hearts? If that bullshit hadn't happened to R. Kelly, Tory Lanez wouldn't have never went to jail.
There we go. Yeah, now we cook it with grease, because see, that's the part that people don't understand. It's the trickle down effect. Because if they can get away with it with somebody as big as an R. Kelly, then it opens up the door for all men in society to be subject to being targeted.
It was clear as shit that her and that girl got into an argument in the motherfucking fight. Megan whooped her ass, and just in typical nigga fashion, she couldn't handle the ass whooping. She went to the car and got her green handled pistol. Ain't no man got no colored handled pistol in America unless he a little frou-frou. I ain't never seen it. I've never seen it.
And then all of a sudden now she comes out with the Harlem Night defense. He just shot my pinky toe.
Hey, no, who is this?
This is Tracy Spencer. I was just doing a little bit of
research. My God,
right?
Yes.
Man.
I still got to put, names to faces and stuff. But, this girl doesn't hold a candle to Aaliyah. I just want to throw that out there.
I mean, but hey, Tracy Spencer was
still nice though.
Yeah. Now, this is also Tracy Spencer. Let me do this here. But
I agree with you 100%. Say we gonna cool down the kitchen. We be getting too hot, so we gonna cool it down by heating it up. So some pretty ladies, pretty lady Tracy Spencer. She's cute.
Oh yeah, she's nice.
Yeah. I'm so confused, and I think I wanna cry tonight.
That's on steroids.
Man, she's the girl, though, man. Get that man about it, man.
Hey, but Aaliyah came along and they was like, Tracy, the hell who?
Yeah.
I don't think the thing.
Oh shit, yeah, that's a young Tracy Spencer.
Yeah,
man.
That's 1985. You see the split
down the road. How old do you think she is in this picture?
About she got to be about 11, 12.
10 or 11.
Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't seen her was she like any shows or anything?
She was on Family Matters.
You did an episode of a couple
in a scene with Eddie Winslow.
Yeah,
and Stoney Jackson. Eddie Winslow and Stoney Jackson.
Right.
And she was singing
Tim McGill good in that.
Yeah, and then she got on these episodes of another show that she was on there for, I think. She showed some appearance. I can't remember.
So let me see, because I want to, since we're doing that, the girl that I was talking about that was married to Gary Sheffield. Hold on, let me see, because I'm trying to gauge. Because at the end of the day, it would be a sad scene for me to understand and know for a fact that Aaliyah if it was ever true, was the finest thing that ever walked in R. Kelly's life.
Mm.
But
I mean,
I would say this.
And I think it's the truth, and it ain't a bad thing because she would be the finest thing to walk in my life if she was still here.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. But I would like to kind of give people a mindset of it because here in Chicago, and I know Muse and Derek can attest to this. Kills had access to, he was very accessible. You know what I'm saying? And he make no mistake, he'd have had some baddies just as much as he had some around the paces. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he did nothing with her either. But I'm just saying, like that level of female. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? It's like having for a man that likes a variety of women. It's kind of like, all right, today I got a taste for butter pecan ice cream. But tomorrow I might have a taste for fudge chocolate.
Right.
After that, next time I go to the ice cream parlor, I might have a taste for French vanilla. You feel me?
Right.
So, it was just one of those things where Kells was super down to earth. He stayed in Chicago, like he loves this city so much.
Yeah, now DeLeon ain't all of that neither. Like I said, Aaliyah still. I'm gonna bring the picture up, man, because I just it's unreal, man. It's crazy. Like she cute, but she ain't Aaliyah. And dang, no doubt. Shit. I'm down. A second. I'm gonna pull this up for y'all. All right. I'm trying to help
you kind of went in and out a little bit, Derek.
Oh, I was just saying that Noobs was right because I pulled up DeLeon Richards, and can you all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I thought it was my end, honestly.
Okay, Miss DeLeon, that's okay. It ain't even all of that. I don't think. I'm trying to see. Am I sharing? Yeah, something wrong with my sharing. I don't know. I can't share right now. I think it's because I need to do an update on my machine. I'm tripping, and I'm supposed to be IT.
Who are you pulling up?
But it's huh?
Who are you pulling up?
DeLeon Richards.
Spell that first name.
What is it? Give me a second.
I think I got it.
DELE. Yeah.
It's on the screen. She's on the screen.
Oh,
she on the screen. She made it. She made it. Okay.
Yeah, she was a gospel artist.
That ain't I mean, it ain't nothing. I mean, but if I met her in the club and I'd probably go. But you know what I'm saying. But as far as what we're discussing, and this is, people might say this may be slightly misogynistic, but they do have, they still have pageants. So leave me alone. They still hold pageants, and as long as they still hold the pageants, I can hold a pageant in my mind. How about it?
Yeah, it just I guess basically trying to describe that mentality, of a player. You know what I'm saying? Mindset, like men that deal with various women at one time. You know what I'm saying?
But then
maybe that you could classify that as misogynistic. But then you got women that like, dealing with, several partners, men, you know what I'm saying? So it just, as long as they're being honest about it with whoever they're dealing with, which Kills was doing, then nobody should have an issue with it.
Of course, you do realize that the definition of misogynistic is very fluid these days. So if you're a red-blooded American male and you're attracted to women, you're a misogynist.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Say that. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Hey, yeah, that is accurate. That is accurate.
I mean, you can't get too much more 100 than that. That's crazy because it's true.
Society these days is so sensitive that is actually 100% accurate. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Just being a heterosexual man in society, you're
There you go.
misogynistic these days.
There
Yep.
you if you're a heterosexual male and you're an alpha male, your masculinity, we want to take it off the planet Earth and we're gonna
Mm,
do
Yep.
say
so
that.
That's because you toxic.
that's what it is. In other
Uh-huh.
words,
Mm-mm.
it's it's saying that you don't deserve to be here on this planet.
Yep.
You a threat to us. We are liberated.
Now
We
see,
can do
this is why.
y'all done hold us back and all that. So we women, we can do now. It's time for us to be our best, all of that crap. I get
Right.
back.
So then we go. We just looking at females, and I just kind of want to. And then we got Aaliyah up here. We're gonna bring Aaliyah up for a second to just compare and contrast
My
here.
goodness. And that, I mean, there is nothing at all, foul about that picture, and she is still rocking.
Yeah,
Stunning.
Yeah. But but
very
then but then but then you fool around and run into what I'm finna show y'all now.
uh-oh.
Hold on. Give me a second. What I'm about to show y'all now. Like I said, I don't know if the internet ain't goofball or what, but we gonna get it together
Yeah,
tonight.
I think you got an upload issue tonight, sir.
Yeah, they playing games with my life right now, and I'm trying to
Uh,
show y'all. I'm trying to show y'all some things. I
yeah.
like I said, I think they have a problem with me right now in the world. They like stop it before somebody hear this shit. So for you, I'm not sure, noobs, but I'll give you the pleasure of being shocked and horrified. Google Andrea Kelly
All
and
right.
enjoy yourself. How about
All
it?
right.
That's yeah. They said that. She was divorced by him.
High class comedy.
Yeah, she was divorced by him and then married again. I put up Andrea Lee. That's actually her name.
Pull that up and give that to me here, sir. Thank you.
All right.
And
And who was the guy that
see,
she had married after Chaos? What was his last name?
Oh,
I
and
don't even know.
I'll even give you a good one. I mean, she's like
Because her
she's
maiden
like
name was
posing for
Andrea
it
Lee.
here.
Andrea Lee was her maiden.
She is absolutely hideous. This woman is hideous.
Well, I didn't touch it because of the children and Chaos kids. I don't really touch her like that. I don't even. I could talk about the behavior and the characteristic, the mindset. But as far as I don't like to get into that because of his kids. Because of his kids.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Coming at you now. See how long it takes.
Oh. Yeah. Oh God damn it. That's uh, that is like wow, G. I'm trying to
Nah.
figure out when in the fuck see now I'm pissed off because not only did his people not help him read, they didn't even take him to the fucking eye doctor.
Maybe he has beer goggles on. I don't know, man.
Fuck.
I mean,
They didn't even take my man's to the eye doctor, man. Love you, kills, but you should take the sunglasses off. Nick. Damn, you're wearing them too
Well,
much.
well,
yeah. Even there's one other
Popeye.
one up here that looks better, but it's still horrible.
Yeah, yeah. She
Well,
fell out the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. When she hit the ground, she hit her face on an ugly brick. For good measure, somebody kicked her with some ugly shoes on. Everything. It was all bad. It was all good lord. So she had to have incredible sex. I mean, it just had to be ridiculous.
Just see, I got another one for you here.
Because pretty girls ain't got to do nothing. Really, we do all the work to them. We
Well,
put
and
in.
see, you say that, but I mean, we all know. I mean, if you're gonna listen to somebody, talk, and we've heard Aaliyah talk, and then we've heard some of these other girls talk, and
well,
when
ladies.
You know, you can tell that there's something between her ears when she speaks, and I'm talking about Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
You know,
I
she's not
want
just.
you to hear, since it's not even a case anymore. I've been promising people that I'm gonna roast the shit out this lady, and if I can get this shit, I promise you, I'll leave this live and do my update, and you all can talk, and I'll come back.
Well, besides the physical appearance, because I'll be honest, she's not an ugly woman to me. But she's not, you know,
Right.
Damn,
exactly.
you got to go to the eye doctor too.
I'm just, you know, this is my prep, you know, that's just my opinion on her physically. But
Say,
outside
girl,
of
you so
that,
fine, you scary. It's scary. You looking at them boobs and the muscle tone. I mean, the body, bro. I'm telling you, if I thumb through my phone book and I like swung and missed about 17 times, hell yeah. Let me go ahead and call Drea because she got the hot mouth. She got that mouth, a mouth almighty, and she gonna get me where I need to be.
yeah. But the
After,
thing about it,
after
Drea
3
look,
beers and some club music, man, she'd probably be looking like Aphrodite.
man, shit. And then your ass wake
y'all
up and
been
scream.
y'all cutting
So
up tonight, man.
yeah. All right, Derek. I put something in the private chat. If I was R. Kelly back then, this is who I'm shooting my shot at. And plus, she's also a Chicago native, also.
Okay, let me see. Let's see what we get. See if
And
I
let me
can
pull
get a
this off of
hold.
here so it's not a confusing mess.
Yeah, so it's not to. Yeah, you know, I got kind of like an engineer over here now that I'm running on. I don't know what the fuck's going on with my shit, but you know,
Yeah,
it's
I
working
think you
out
just
for me.
have. You guys had a lot of storms yesterday through your neck of the woods.
Yeah, my internet has been
Yeah,
acting fucking stupid.
Yeah,
yeah. It's been storming all week off and on.
yeah, and so that probably has a lot to do with it. Just
Yeah, but I'm hoping,
Mhm.
but I think that the conversation itself has been absolutely fucking riveting so far. We've only been in this shit for an hour.
Yeah,
Crazy.
great. The thing with Drea that I think that a lot of people should take away from her is that she sat up there and did all of that and sacrificed her children's generational wealth. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
she was jealous. She was jealous and a narcissistic individual.
Hey, Noobs, can you do
That,
me a favor real quick?
yeah, man.
Can you pull up Lanita Carter ABC interview, please?
Okay. You want the
Lanita,
video?
Lanita, the video. Yes, I need the video. And the thing about it is, I want for you to. I'll tell you when we're gonna watch it, and you tell me what you think about this lady, and I'm gonna give her fucking
We
5 and having asked the business.
man, hold on there. We really gonna do this?
Yes, the fuck we are.
No,
She's not a part of any case anymore. Fuck her.
Okay, so
that
Lanita
shit.
Carter, which video?
It's on. It would be ABC interview.
ABC.
Yeah.
Show on CBS.
So check this out. So before you do that, Michael Avenatti was her attorney. Michael Avenatti, the night before she did this interview, got arrested on his extortion charges. And it was about to fuck up the credibility of the R. Kelly case. And he put this ignorant shit out with this lady to try to help to salvage his side of shit. And she's a part of the case that he initially had Kim Fox come out and say, please, anybody, if you know about R. Kelly or you know his name, or you can just say the letter R, come forward.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Now, let's see if this is the right one here. Let me get this screen.
there's
up
not
here.
too many. She's a funny looking fucker.
which was a violation of his civil rights and his constitutional rights and his due process. And they are not
Absolutely.
for not getting that. People don't
Oh
see that.
yeah, noobs, my man.
All right, so here we go. You ready?
Go ahead, knock it on out. I can't hear it though.
How about now?
No, we can't hear. No, we can't hear that. So I don't know why.
Hold on. Okay, let me see here. Let me try resharing it.
Because this is good stuff. You can hear it, can't you?
Yeah, I can hear it. That's what's weird. Let's see. Let's try to pause.
What I'm going to end up probably doing for a few minutes, I'm probably going to reset my whole system and shit, and then come back into the live because it may also be this update that's fucking me up. You know, I'm a tech guy. You know, I'm like shit. Like I'm looking at all I can see is the update. Like right now, I'm looking at it like fuck. So go ahead and try to pull that up. I'm going to go ahead and restart my shit, and I'll be right back with you guys after this small commercial break. And you know, for myself, it's say estimated 4 minutes. So be back in a second.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna hold this down a little bit here. I just had that thing. I don't know why the I got it up there, but now we got to wait for Derek to come back to put it up.
Okay. What do y'all gentlemen think about when you look at these type of cases across, you know, the globe, if we just sit back and allow these individuals who's supposed to be in office to serve the citizens to just finesse and twist and bend and misuse our judicial system the way that they have, then what does it say about our democracy? Is it in jeopardy?
I think. Go ahead, man.
Is it you think it's in jeopardy, or are we way past that? Anything we can do, or we just got to sit back and let it burn?
You know, in what I really think is going on right now is that, and I don't know, maybe it's a little more subtle, maybe it's just me wishful thinking, but this is not a USA only issue. This is a global issue,
Correct.
and I think that what we're seeing right now, and I mean, just because we are all sitting in here talking about it, even what we're seeing right now is this stuff has been allowed to metastasize, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and now it is just beginning to hit that American wall.
Yeah. Well said.
Yeah,
Well
And
said.
absolutely.
so, I mean, these people, you know, these because and I don't know who was here the other night. Did anybody else see that stuff with Andrew Tate?
Was I on that listening to it? I think I watched it. I think I was. Yeah, I think I was.
Well, the exact same thing that they did to R. Kelly is going on right now to
Yeah.
a man by the name of Andrew Tate in
They can't, oh,
Romania
they can't stand him.
as a as a result of pressure from the United Kingdom.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know, and it's all the exact same shit. And to date, he's been lucky enough because when he goes to see the judge has been a real person and not some puppet, you know,
Right.
And so he's been fortunate to this point, and
Oh,
I'm grateful for that.
right.
Hmm.
But
That
yeah,
makes a
and
world of difference.
I think
you
it's him
know,
and his brother, right? No, I think it's him and his brother, right?
him and his brother, that's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yep. And so,
Yeah.
and so now we're seeing this garbage has been allowed to come over here. And of course, this is, if you think about it, across the entire globe, this is still the melting pot. Everybody from everywhere is here, you know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so now the people who are used to going to work and raising their kids and paying their house and mortgage, they're starting to get pissed off, and they're
Yeah.
starting to get loud. And so this is the American wall that I'm talking about, and people
Okay.
have had enough of this shit.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
Long overdue. Long overdue.
Yep, and it's for them, and this is, I'm talking about, Democrats and liberals and all these people who are
Yeah.
trying to bastardize the system. I got nothing against a Democrat. I really got nothing against a liberal. What I got against is people who do dirty shit because they think they're on the right side of something.
Yep. That's my whole point I've been making. Yep. Yep. It's just wrong.
Mhm.
And they tell you you don't have a
And the
right.
aspect of
Yeah. And
hmm
don't give me this, that means that, oh my God. And I'm telling you, I would not hire Fannie Willis to watch a freaking dog. But this bitch is going to stand up there on television and tell me that she knows better than me.
Right. Right. Yep. The narcissism that exists. Yep.
It's amazing. It's out of control.
Yep. Yep.
I'm serious. I do not, even if I had a dog I didn't like, that's cruelty to animals. I wouldn't hire that bitch to watch him because, man, she ain't got nothing between her ears.
Yep. Yep. What was you going to say,
the
Jeff?
crazy thing about that situation, the crazy thing about that is, they come with these narratives. I mean, and for her to that's another thing about our society, that believe all women, and people like, this woman is totally unethical. She's
Right.
misappropriating the funds in
Yep.
Yeah.
that county, you know, to and paying her uh, alleged boyfriend uh,
Right.
$250 an hour when he's only supposed to make 50. They
Right.
going on all these lavish trips with taxpayers' money,
Yeah.
and you
Mm.
telling me that we supposed to, she's doing all of this unethical stuff, and you're telling me about some women believing all women when she's sitting up there lying to taxpaying citizens and misappropriating their tax money,
And then
Yeah.
lying about it,
Yeah.
and
you
then
know,
lying and getting caught.
yeah,
Why?
and that to me is the biggest thing. And so, and I don't understand. This is the only piece of this judge's decision that just blows me away. So she's been outed as a liar. So that's out there now. We know she's dishonest. It's been proven. And so why are
Absolutely.
we still looking at this case? Because her integrity, she doesn't have any.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like
It doesn't
just
exist.
like just like chapter 7, Brother Crux.
Right. Like chapter 7. And the thing about it is, she has a position, she has the most important position, a district attorney,
Hmm.
and I know politicians, they all misappropriate funds and all of that. But the bed that you make for somebody else, the hole you dig for somebody else, you might as well dig too, because she did all of this to try to get that man. And now, even if the judge made that bogus decision, she's been exposed.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
you did all this to try to get this man in fire, under fire, and now everybody knows your dirty laundry. You know what I'm saying? You see how God works. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? You,
Yep.
you know you lay a bed for somebody else, and you might well lie in it. You know?
Yep. That's why they say you let the Almighty fight your battle. Now there's some things you can do, file your case, you know what I mean, speak, you know what I mean. And when you've done all you can do, brother Jeff, you got to stand and let
Mhm.
the power be flawless. And that's what Mr. Kelly and Cosby did. You can only do so much, and then you let stuff. Because once you, as long as you walking with integrity, with morals, you got principles. But here's the thing. Here's the twist. When they mention Mr. Kelly or Mr. Cosby, or anyone else for that, this is what people don't get. People focus on the humanity side of a person, meaning their innate nature to make a mistake. Like, shucks, that was my ex to get off. Doggone it. That's in your nature. You born with that tendency. That's in your nature. When mom and dad came together and you were created, you was birthed into the earth. It's in your very nature to fall and make a mistake. It's in your nature. Let that just breathe for a minute. Every human being,
Absolutely.
scientifically, medically proven, that's in your nature. You don't have to teach kids to do that. It's in their nature.
Mm.
People look at that and now they have criminalized that.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? It's deep. So
Yeah.
now
It's deep.
couple that with, oh, you overachieved from the urban community. We wasn't intended for you to go that far and have that much influence. Oh, you birthed a generation? Oh no. Uh-uh. No. Oh, you talking about love and relationships and goodness and you know what I mean? Oh yeah, you talk about the party and stuff, and that's what rock stars do. It's a small set, but really, you talking about the humanity part of stuff? Oh no, no, no,
Yeah.
no. That ain't
And
what we're in the
procreation.
business to do. There you go. I hear back. Y'all picking up what I'm laying down.
Yeah. Yeah. So you trying to procreate and populate the planet?
Ah, when we talking about depopulation. Oh, get ready. Wait a minute. Infiltrate his inner circle
Hmm.
and take stock of his weakness in his character that every human being has and exploit that. Now let's try that in the media, and we sit back and see and let that train just ride. Okay, now we can come in and put a docu series together. Then we can have a meeting with all of those journalists because there's no more journalist integrity anymore. So we can just spread all around podcasts, everybody, all that single. Let them just have their way. Okay, so by the time we go to court and we get these doggone drills together, ah, we have polluted the mindset and we have painted this person before they even step into court. That's a violation of due process in this country. I yield back.
Yeah, man.
You know, for
That was
me, it comes down to something that's kind of simple, because I spent a long time turning wrenches on airplanes,
Okay.
and if that mechanic makes a mistake,
Mm,
and it happens, it can't be avoided, because just like you said, you know, it's built into your nature. At some point, you're going to make a mistake.
hmm
But once that mistake is realized, as people who might be passengers on that aircraft, do
hmm
you want that aircraft mechanic to come forward and tell everybody everything that he knows, or do you want him to kind of slide that under the rug and act like it never happened? And
mm,
that's what we're looking at with all these silly DAs and everything else. They don't take responsibility for anything that belongs to them, you know.
Right. Right.
right. No
And so I would
accountability.
hope, as somebody who flies, on an airplane, that you would want that mechanic, once he realized his mistake,
Yeah.
to do everything that they could possibly
Yes.
do to fix that
Yes.
mistake.
Yes. That
Absolutely.
happened. And that has happened.
And the other side has happened too, where that aircraft mechanic didn't step forward.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
we've seen what happens to them airplanes.
Yeah.
We just had a guy from Boeing, whistleblower, quality
Mm.
control, just mysteriously take his own life the day before he was supposed to be in court, and
Oh wow.
after he had pre-recorded a video that says, "If I die, I didn't do it."
Hey, he said,
Wow.
yeah. That's why they got to constantly be like, I'm not going to kill myself and all that shit.
That's why everybody's got to do that. You heard R. Kelly say it.
Right.
You heard Andrew Tate say it the other night.
Yep. So check it out. Were you able to play to start that video? Let's see if we can get some volume because I think it might be
got
on
it
me.
shared over there. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me press play and see if we got audio.
On
Here we go.
CBS this morning, Lenita Carter describes the alleged 2003 assault that helped lead to the singer's arrest back in February. Kelly, as you know, has pleaded not guilty to 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse involving 4 alleged victims. Janika spoke with Carter earlier this week and joins us at the table. Good morning.
Good morning. Lenita Carter is the woman identified in the indictment as LC, R. Kelly's hairdresser. She was 24 years old at the time of the alleged sexual assault. We want to warn you, some of the details she reveals are very disturbing.
I'm not ashamed of my past anymore.
Pause.
I'm not ashamed of what.
Look at that. The hell is that?
She is not from the same field of corn as the others.
Well said. Well said.
Wow.
But trust me, she'll let you know.
Yeah,
she's not a beauty queen. She'll let you know it.
She has some.
And she's not.
She dropped some Visine in her eyes across some tears too. Anyway,
listen, she's not a beauty queen. She's not even in the motherfucking contest. Keep it moving. Let's go.
All right.
Naysayer say.
Lenita Carter says she braided R. Kelly's hair for more than a year, but saw him as more than just a client. She also considered him like an older brother.
If she doing shitty braids like that, she deserved to be fucking fired.
Say.
Just go back. Let's see those braids in R. Kelly's head. The first picture that they showed of him with the braids. If you can back it up just a little bit.
Arrested on child pornography charges in 2000, but saw him as more than just a
client. Look at that shit.
You see how ain't on her job. You see how they're phrasing that. You see how they phrasing the wordage.
Yeah,
very calculated, very purposely and calculated.
Well, they had this set up ahead of time, though.
Yes,
right. But if this is the hair braiding shit that's going on, and she mad because he only paid her $100, heifer, you was overpaid. Because if you braided my hair and it ended up looking like that, you ain't on your job. You could have had $100 every other day. Keep him going. I'm sorry. Keep him going.
She also considered him like an older brother. She even stood up for the singer when he was arrested on child pornography charges in 2002.
2 words, perfect gentleman. I would pray for him.
So now she starts it off with a perfect gentleman. I think it's kind of like bait and switch because they're like, oh, he, overplay for underlay, So yeah, he was a perfect gentleman, and then all of a sudden, and then so you're gonna see this young lady on the right lead the witness. Go ahead, keep going. I'm not gonna stop you anymore. We're gonna see.
He is nothing like what they say.
He had never propositioned you or asked you to do anything sexual before, but then this particular day, what happened?
February 18, 2003, I get a phone call to come down and do his hair. When he came to the room and he asked me for that head massage, and I told him I didn't do massages, I laughed it off. And I didn't know he was for real. If I could change that day, I wouldn't have been there. He pulled my braid down by him, and he said, "Suck it for daddy, suck it for daddy." And I said, "No," and I did like this, and he just started going.
Okay, stop.
6.
Okay.
What does that mean?
So right here, he spit on
He's
it.
saying that he spit in her face repeatedly.
5 to 6 times while trying to get a BJ.
I didn't know that was how it was done.
You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up. And you see, there's only one tear. This tear is hanging on for dear fucking life. Well, she got 2. She got another stream on that same eye that she done squeezed out.
On one side of her face.
Yeah, she got. You see that stream of look. What the fuck? It don't even look like it's coming from the right place. This shit's crazy. Okay, we can continue. I don't know. I think you might know when to stop. I don't know. It's crazy. So she said about 6, 7 times. And that number changed when she went to Surviving R. Kelly. It's crazy as shit. But yeah. The numbers changed. So
Carter says Kelly stopped only after someone knocked on the door.
He didn't open the door right away. He said, fix your face. Fix your face. I knew that'd be my last day there. And I get to the bathroom, I grabbed the wall, and it was a rose-colored towel. And I wipe my face. I'm not dressed no type of way. I look at myself in the mirror like, I'm not a beauty queen. I didn't perceive myself to be nothing more than just his hair braider. And I was thinking to myself, like, why did this happen to me?
You called the police the day that this happened?
The exact day. They asked for my clothing. And I gave them my favorite Tommy Hilfiger shirt. And that's where they found DNA evidence.
DNA evidence from R. Kelly on your shirt.
Semen.
Stop.
At the time,
Stop. Damn it. The fuck shit. Damn it. Stop. She said he didn't finish because somebody knocked at the door. How the hell do you get semen from not finished?
So where's this DNA evidence at now?
The police supposedly have it. So they basically supposed to have a shirt that's supposed to be preserved with his semen for 20 years.
But check this out. There's another girl who has a semen stained, guess what? Tommy Hilfiger shirt that made it to court.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, bang.
Yeah, and these women basically sharing clothes.
Shirt. I'm like, so you can't make this shit up. That's the weirdest shit I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, well, and you saw that comment down there, right, from Love Unconditional. She says both of these chicks had the same shirt.
Semen on it. Like the Tommy Hilfiger shirt, both of them. And I'm like, damn it. Like, we can't, what?
So now, can you just order them straight from Tommy Hilfiger that way, or what?
With a R. Kelly shot on it. Let me get that Kale special.
Yeah, it's like having a Trump signature, right? You can just order it that way.
Right. Allegedly, I promise. It's all alleged.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
All right, here we go.
That is ridiculous.
Whoops, I'm on the wrong screen. Oh, here we go.
Charges were not filed in Carter's case. Shauna Bolliker, who was then the lead sex crimes prosecutor, has not responded to our multiple requests for comment.
Celebrities are powerful. Celebrities have support systems. I have no support system outside of my immediate family.
10 months after the incident, Carter signed a $650,000 settlement in which Kelly denied any wrong.
Right, she was told to say that.
See, I didn't nobody even have to tell this man to pause it right there. $650,000 settlement.
Yeah.
This is what in the fuck? But that's not that. But wait, there's more money to be had by this fucking lady.
Wrongdoing, and Carter agreed to keep quiet.
But she didn't.
Here's the extra money she got.
Yeah.
This is the extra money she got. Go basically.
Kelly
Go ahead. Let it go.
Released a song about having sex with a woman who braids his hair.
That was one of the hairstyles that I was known for doing that I never did on him. We were on the L-shaped couch when the incident happened.
That song led to another confidential settlement. This time,
she said that the style that he had in his head was a signature style. Signature means kind of exclusive, like you're the only one that do it. So, and she had never did it on him before. And that's the one. Just let's go back to that statement, because oh God,
that I was known for doing
sex with a woman who braids his hair.
No, back up a little bit more.
It's coming.
That was one of the hairstyles that I was known for doing that I never did on him. We were on the L-shaped couch when the incident happened.
That song led to another
That's what you wanted, right?
settlement.
Yeah.
This time for $100,000. Kelly again denied any wrongful conduct, but agreed to never perform the song or include it in future albums.
Oh, and you know what's messed up? That song was a fucking hit.
Yes, it was.
It was a hit. Like Hair Braider was like the next Ignition. Literally. That song was that good. And she brought her goofball ass around because she braided hair like she's the only person in the world. She literally said.
I don't understand. Why would they give her a settlement for that, though?
I don't know. Well, okay. So this is what we were talking about earlier, and we're going to get back into that in a second. The reason why is because there's a lady in Chicago, Illinois, a lawyer named Susan Loggins, that for some strange reason, every lady that apparently got victimized by R. Kelly flipped through the phone book and wow, Susan Loggins. Sound like a little bit of extortion, don't it? Just a little bit. And that seems like that might be coming from within his camp.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I don't want y'all to miss it. I know y'all caught it, but you see how they paint the narrative when she made the statement that celebrities have power, they have influence on that. She don't have nobody that's that. You see that? You see how she set up as the like wounded victim. You see how crap that is.
Yes, I'm being victimized because I'm a victim.
Right. And that's the only way, that's the only thing that ever happens to me on a day-to-day basis. Eat, sleep, and be victimized.
And then they play this music to, you know what I mean? You see that? So now you can get this group to come out. Okay, that's mute his music. Okay. Cancel all his tours. Okay. So now you take away my right to due process. Because now how do I fight against the charges that are being brought against me if I have no means to earn a living?
Right.
That's just my civil rights and my constitutional right. You just violated my due process on the allegation, and without me even stepping foot in court, without hearing all the facts and the evidence.
Man.
I mean, and you can tell when it's a hit job because when it's not a hit job, everybody and their brother, every talking head out there wants to reassure you that they're innocent until proven guilty. Unless you are not part of that in crowd, you are not a child of Joe Biden or
Right.
Facts. Now, the crazy thing about this shit is she said all this stuff to say she was the only person who did that hairstyle, but somehow miraculously somebody else did it. Somebody else did it because it was in the video.
didn't the lady come out and say something? She popped up.
The lady that actually did it was in the video.
Yeah,
for real, it's right here in the comments.
And I just want to say that, you know, in the last probably 3,000 years, anything that you can do with hair has been done.
Mm.
All right, so I don't want to hear no craziness about some freaking hairdo that is like the golden tree squirrel, you know, that is, you know, gonna be the savior of the redwood forest. That's all bullshit. It's hair.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
And then, you know, the internet is undefeated. So at a point,
you know, another thing that's noteworthy with not to cut you off, brother, but she's the only one that actually went to the police to report something exactly when it happened. But this man, I think that was in 2006. This man was already on trial, in an active trial. And they still didn't even believe him. He was being accused of SA at the time. Lanita Carter went to the police, and they still didn't even believe her story was so ridiculous that they threw it out. Yeah. Why? He was on active trial.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go ahead, Joe. Now, I'm telling you, because it's like they feel like they can say whatever, and I'm like, she's literally just word salad her way through this shit, and then none of it makes sense. How the fuck are you gonna say y'all the only person to do that hairstyle, and that style was in the video? What? No, that's foul on the play. Go ahead and play the rest of this shit. Let's stomach our way through this shit.
January, following the uproar sparked by the Lifetime docuseries Surviving R. Kelly, Carter responded to a plea by the current Cook County State Attorney Kimberly Fox for victims to call her office.
We need actual witnesses and victims to have the courage to tell their stories.
I would be going on my day. You turn on the news. Here's another R. Kelly victim. Another R. Kelly victim. Another R. Kelly victim.
And then she said, "I'm not getting paid." She's like, "What the hell? I'm gonna get on some of this drive-through."
She already got a bag. She already got her.
Oh man!
You just want to be there for them.
Did you see the interview that
was for the money that she wasn't getting?
R. Kelly did with Gayle King, in which he denied ever sexually assaulting a woman, ever sexually assaulting anyone underage.
Yes, I saw it.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
What did you think when you were watching that?
Felt like it should be a crime to publicly tell a story that he able
to
on television and live.
Right.
Why your ass ain't in jail?
Oh, man.
The audacity. The audacity.
That's gonna light her up one day. It's gonna light her up one day.
Ooh, wow.
that is almost akin. That's almost similar to fucking Fannie Willis saying, "I would never have sex with my coworkers."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The absolute nerve of this shit.
I never did that. That relied, that did never happen. No, I would never have sex with my dad. Wait a minute, you're not even gonna deny. You gonna say you didn't? Wow. All you gotta do is let people talk, boy.
Oh my god!
But believe all women, right?
Oh my god! I'm like that shit. What? What do you mean? What are you even talking about?
And see, good point on that, Jeff. You said believe all women. I brought up this point. I'm gonna bring it up again. When they said believe all women, they preach that, but for some reason they can't believe a woman who passed away over 20 years ago, who said multiple times she was never married, had not one bad thing to say about the man that supposedly essayed her, did anything scandalous to her whatsoever. But like I said, I get it. It's not believe all women as long as it lines up with our narrative.
Man,
does it line up with our narrative? Fuck it.
Yeah, and I think they brought that to Miss Aaliyah, and she wasn't going. I believe she wasn't going.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
that too.
and that's why she got took out.
Aaliyah back.
That's
Aaliyah
part
back.
of the reason.
Yeah, I believe that as well because it just that split. I remember in 1994 when the split between Aaliyah and Kels and all that. It was weird, right? It was like some unanswered. It was some unanswered questions about that whole situation, and then she ended up with Timberland and them, you know, Genuine and Missy Elliott, and it was just like, how did that happen? And now that we got some of the answers as to what happened, and we see the corruption that went along with that whole fake marriage certificate and all of those different moving parts in the background, and then to learn that she came back in 1997 and actually sued Cook County for the fake marriage, it makes a lot more sense now. Now we know about the shady backroom deals with Barry Hankerson, you know, and now we know the players. We know Demetrius Smith. We learn his involvement, and I on stage. I said on stage. In court on the stand, he testified that Kells didn't have nothing to do with none of it.
Yeah.
And then you come with bribery charges. Now, I didn't, for the life of me, I didn't understand marrying a minor. If y'all could prove that, you would have charged them with that. If you could charge them with bribery,
right?
The
And he was acquitted on bribery, in Chicago.
So check this out. At the premise of all of this with this woman, because I'm gonna roast the shit out of this bitch. Excuse me, I'm sorry, young lady. Because you sit here and you can see the title says R. Kelly accused Anita Carter, who said that he tried to force his wood in her mouth, is a hoe, addicted to sucking dicks. OMG.
I want my stuff to be a black hole because I was far from being old. But I thought that shit was cool, just like you. But who could I blame? Was it my mama's fault for not putting me up on game? Or was it society making me feel like I had to fuck whoever said hi? May 23rd, 1996.
She good with them dates, ain't she? She'll drop a date on your ass.
I mean, it slowed me down for a second, but I was tripping out that bag in the fix. I couldn't let.
She was tripping off that bag and needed a fix. The young lady was on drugs. It gets better.
My addiction get neglected. I just couldn't stop sucking dicks because I was sucking fast like I was intoxicated.
Intoxicated, people.
Is this the?
She was getting drunk.
Who is this? This person.
This is the young lady from
when I was in that interview.
Anita Carter, when
This
she
is
was
Lanita.
much,
Okay.
yeah, when she was much younger. She looked a little different back then.
Okay. Yeah. That's kind of what I thought, but it, you can't see nothing on that.
You can hear the voice. The voice is exactly the same.
Well, and even without the voice, because she sounds like she's in a tunnel, I was just getting that whole E. Jean Carroll vibe.
Right. I swear to God. Come on, let's go.
Because the nut was like a drink and I was inebriated, meaning never sober. But I had to wake up though. And not because I was tired of being that slut though, but because she had reminded me of me. You know how those other sluts used to be. Don't get me wrong, because I love to get it down, just like her. I mean, hit from the back and side, and I thought I rolled like a pro.
Damn. Nasty.
And I'll bet the jury never saw that.
Nah, you know what? They didn't get a chance to, because let's be clear. This was the case that started it all. They had a state case that Kim Fox brought that told everybody to come forward. Anybody, you get your mama, your cousins, you play cousins, anybody, come on down. If you knew R. Kelly, if you bought a CD, bring your ass on down here. So pretty much this is what one of the people she was left with, along with a person who was on the Fed case, Geronda Pace, the same person. And the reason why they was going to have problems is because the same Tommy Hilfiger shirt was in play. You can't bring the same shirt out in evidence for the two females.
All right.
So that case got dropped after the Fed case went through. That case would have made them look like a damn fool if they had if Exhibit A and Exhibit B was in the same package.
Mm-hmm. Oops.
Like, sir, Your Honor. Apparently, there's been a mistake.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all made it. So they couldn't do it. So they had to stick with the. That's why the feds came in and put the kibosh on everything. Seriously, because she was addicted.
But I didn't want my stuff to be a black hole because I was far from being old. But I thought that shit was cool, just like you. But who could I blame? Was it my mama's fault for not putting me up on game? Or was it society making me feel like I had to fuck with and hide it? May 23rd, 1996. I mean, it slowed me down for a second, but I was tripping out there badly in the fits. I couldn't let my addiction get neglected. I just couldn't stop sucking dicks because I was sucking fast like I was intoxicated. Because the nut was like a drink and I was inebriated, meaning never sober. But I had to wake up though. And not because I was tired of being that slut though, but because she had reminded me of me. You know how those other sluts used to be.
That's funny. That's crazy as hell. And you give a person like that a platform to talk about somebody, which means that you ANBC don't vet anyone, you CNN don't vet anyone. You just bring people up and let them talk, and they tell you shit, and then in their background they got an addiction, a chronic problem with keeping wood out their fucking mouth.
Mm-hmm.
She tripping off that bag and need a fix. She seemed like it sounded like she was almost trying to rap. She might have been one of them inspiring artists that he rejected for lack of talent.
She didn't remember Tuesday, much less what happened in 2000 whatever.
Shit. Yeah, she was thinner back then, but she was still. But you ain't if you addicted to, and that's your game, then that's
Right.
your go-to. That if you want to turn a man on, you be like, hey, pull it on out. Let me go ahead and show
There
you.
you go. So can you see how that kind of went, Crux? If you listen to some stuff that she's saying, how that could have scorned, you know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna get you back for that. Okay, you know what I mean?
She prop the way that this seems like it went, and we gonna flip it. She tried to pull it out, and he said no. She started flipping out and crying. Motherfucker was knocking at the door, and he's like, "Girl, why you tripping? Fix your motherfucking face."
Mm-hmm.
And she created a whole story behind that shit.
You know what? There's another angle. There's another angle to this too.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, Lanita Carter said earlier in the interview that she said, I'm not a beauty queen, and I never professed to be a beauty queen.
There you go,
now, if you take a look at a lot of these women, especially in Surviving R. Kelly, they would be like what the late Kevin Samuels would say, average at best.
Yeah.
Now, they didn't get any extremely attractive women on there, because if they did,
come on, J-Rock,
the narrative would be, well, those women would not be believed because they would be perceived as gold diggers. Because average women would not be able to relate to those extremely attractive women.
You got it, J-Rock. You got it.
There's another.
Some average at best women, the average woman will turn around and say, I think that's probably possible because I look better than that bitch.
Right. I can relate. Yep.
I look better than
that. Psychological play, huh?
So all of a sudden, in a way that would actually flip it to say, like, he must have done it because if he did it to average looking women, I could be an average looking woman.
Right.
There you go. We got to get this tight and straight. So when we step in court, it's a win-win. But we got to do this in public opinion before we get in court.
Hey, that's a new angle. J-Rock just hit the
Yes.
relatability factor.
Yes.
I mean, and for real,
I gotta kind of give a little credit to Spitting Fire because I think on one live she kind of led a little bit into that. Yeah. I don't know if she did to that great detail, but I kind of went back and kind of pinned it together, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I love Spitting Fire.
And there's another piece to that.
Go ahead.
Because let's say that Aaliyah if she were still alive today, she has other prospects.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, that is by no means the end of her career.
She had moved on. She moved on. She transitioned. She was dating somebody else about to get married.
That's what I'm saying. When you're talking about, it's easy to take, like the hairdresser and, offer her some bucks and some tax deductions and some other stuff and get her to roll, But if this woman is already making, 6 figures a year or whatever, she ain't gonna buy off on that. She's got too much to lose.
This lady, Lanita Carter, said that she used to ride the bus when she was on Surviving R. Kelly. She used to ride the bus over to his house to braid his hair.
Come on now.
And he would only pay her $100.
Come on.
Back in the time when she was talking about this, hair braiding, simple cornrow straight backs was like $20. You want to get in some designs or some shitting, because I used to have hair and I used to get my shit braided. Want to get some design braids, some custom braids, depending on what it is. That's when you start getting into the, $75 to $100 range. Exactly. So you think that because he's R. Kelly, he got to pay you more than what he would pay the average person. And it ain't his fault that you caught that damn bus.
Man, no 40. She could get on head on with them $40 braids. He tipped you $60. Beat it. $100. Come on. I just had hair not too long ago, bro. Like you said.
I personally don't think she braided this fucking hair at all.
And I used to have dreadlocks down to my shoulder.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I'm not going to go get some cornrows to see how long it takes.
Depending on what you're getting.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to take y'all's word for that because.
Yeah, go ahead, News. Get down. Shit.
Yeah.
Say get down there where you at, man.
Provoke Prophet. What they saying in the chat? Let's not neglect that chat.
Oh man. Okay, yeah, I've been putting them out there. You can't see them.
Right.
Yeah, DV and them been going at it. They've been doing their thing.
My girl Darlene in the building.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. If you ain't in the chat, you're just watching, make sure you hit that like button on the way in. Make sure you share. Make sure you subscribe. We are on a mission over here to get to 500, man. Once we get to 500, you know what I'm saying? We're going to try to work on 1,000. And once we get there, we might start even handing out prizes to even go higher. We got to get higher, man. For real, we have to do our thing. We got to get.
You got to get hold of that shirt, man. That'd be a great giveaway.
Which one? The Trump shirt?
No. The shirt that these two girls said they both had.
Oh my goodness! Oh my God! A cum stained Tommy Hilfiger shirt.
There you go, man. That's it.
Hey, man, a jizzed up shirt. Nah, I don't.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
No, man. I'm telling you, that was the go-to, boy. Don't worry about it. Just wipe it on my dress. What? No.
Yeah.
You ain't leaving here with that dress, that's for sure.
Bill, amateur hour.
You're not leaving here with that dress. That dress is going in a burning inferno fire. We burning that motherfucker.
Love traditional. I never heard of that. She had a several alias on Lanita Carter. That's interesting. So that goes with my thought. Provoke. All these jokers were criminals.
Yeah.
All these jokers was criminals, man. All of them did some, in other words, some fraudulent activity in their history. That's why they gave them jokers immunity.
Yep.
Man, look, every last person to testify, that's crazy.
To protect it, because you know the defense was going to unravel that and come at them like that. Now, if I give you a immunity,
everybody, that's crazy. Like,
even if you don't understand and you mess up, you're going to still be covered up under the immunity. Why they do that in this country, bro?
Exactly.
They blatantly said. They blatantly said in court.
Come on, bad, bro.
No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, man, never in history have I seen a case where they were just passing out immunity to people like free ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Just you get immunity deal. No, normally what happens is only the star witness and maybe one other person connected to the star witness would get granted immunity. You don't give immunity to 40, 50 people. That's unheard of.
They gave it out immunity. They were giving out immunity like Halloween candy, dog.
Yes, they was. For real.
Now, I wonder if in that immunity agreement, they were also being given immunity, for perjury.
I think so because I'm telling you, Azriel clearly perjured herself.
Yeah,
I would love to see the term. That's raise a great point. I would love to see the terms of their agreement, their immunity deal.
Well, because we heard of the craziness, because it was front and center that they tried to sneak in with Biden's kid. All the crazy stuff they tried to sneak into his package, and the judge was like, "What is all of this?" And this is even a liberal judge, and she's still like, "No, I can't. I don't even have the authority to grant this silliness." And so, I imagine they did the same thing for these women too. If you read the fine print, not only are they immune from prosecution for anything they may have done, in and around these activities.
Even outside of R. Kelly, they even outside that shit, they probably had fucking.
They already found that
kids.
They already found that out and knew that. All they needed was a human body to get on the stand and say what they tell them to say. And even if they trip up, all we got to do is keep throwing something to the wall and overwhelm the jury. That's it. And then you get a biased judge who was appointed for this. Like J Rock said, he was used for a political. I can't even touch it like J Rock said. J Rock, you know what I'm talking about. I yield back.
You know what? Somebody told me today that because I support, so I guess fuck it now. I guess I'm going to go ahead and say it. I am a Donald Trump supporter. You know why? Because it pisses everybody off on the left about supporters. So if you want me to not be that, fuck you. So I had a back and forth with a bastard. And I'm sitting up here and I'm talking about in the R. Kelly sector. Somebody that said free R. Kelly to me, going back and forth with me and personally attacking me for my feelings about Donald Trump. And I'm like, whoa.
Wow.
I've been through this before.
See?
But now I'm going through it with my own people in a R. Kelly support chat, which means that you ain't shit but a fan.
Yeah.
What they did with Donald Trump is they framed the racist narrative, and that was very irresponsible. But at the same token, Trump kind of played on that in his campaign. But if you look beyond the surface, that was a marketing tool for his campaign all those years ago when he was president. But it was something that the media propagated out here to the public to have this, to have the type of response that you're getting right now. But the only thing, but people need to understand something. And I know Brother Muse can attest to this. Tupac said it. We definitely need our own political party because they're both
both
wings
trash
of the same bird. You know what I'm saying?
We want to give
right
you
wing. You got the left wing, but it's the same bird. You know what I'm saying? But in this particular situation with Trump, if we can't vote for Biden, that's out the door. If the Democratic Party, and I've been raised Democratic. I'm pretty sure the majority
I
of us
was
have.
too. Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was.
But what you're seeing is people are awakening to all of the
Yes.
they the one that are pushing this Me Too movement. The Democrats are behind a lot of this stuff that's in society right now. The Republican Party doesn't have nothing to do with Me Too and all these liberation movements that are uh, have attacked the alpha male in society. It's the Democratic Party that's behind all of these homosexual laws and things of that nature.
Boy, you better
So
tell them that shit, Jeff. Tell them.
if you want if you want people to black people to resonate with Democrats, then you have to present somebody that's not going to be pushing all these counterproductive agendas in society. I would gladly vote for any party, whoever, but right now Donald Trump, it seems to be the only candidate that can save this nation right now.
Yep.
I mean, I feel good about the fact that I'm standing on my box with this shit. I'm watching another injustice take place when you can allow a lady that clearly lied on a witness stand to stay on a damn case. Clearly lied.
Clearly lied.
You know, what type of shit is this? You know, so now, but the thing about it is, what I'm glad is you tainted your own jury pool.
Yeah. And
everybody saw that shit.
And if the thing about it is, if Donald Trump is racist, and if that's the narrative we're gonna go with, well, at least he's up front with it. Because Joe Biden is just as racist, if not more, if you look at what he supported throughout his career. You know.
Hey, and this is a bunch of bullshit because I didn't get any fucking chicken.
Yeah, from he's like, I like
How come the white guy doesn't get any chicken?
No doubt. I mean, shit. But see, Joe Biden's totally fucked up and out of touch, and you can tell he don't write shit for himself, and because the shit that comes out of his mouth is so ignorant that it don't even relate to senility or dementia. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
How in the fuck can you say that the fucking immigrants built this country?
Well, now, this is, and it's always been a tinfoil hat theory. You guys have all heard of the replacement theory before, right? Usually when you hear about it, it's liberals, downplaying it as some great, right-wing conspiracy. But no, these are all future Democratic voters that are being allowed in. That's their plan, because they want these people to come across the border, be dependent on the government, and have to vote Democrat. Because
Republicans are not for that fucking bullshit. And it's not, what the thing about it. And if you really think back, Jeff, J Rock, and Lex and shit, even Noobs, damn it, if you really think back on this shit, when it comes to the aid thing, that is how they garnered the votes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they started paying for these families, quote unquote, air quotes, so long as there was no dad in the picture. If there was no dad, if you had kids, you got money.
Mayors used to run on certain little shit about free shit in the city. And things that they could provide.
Yep. The thing that gets me though about the entire thing, because I'm all for government spending, and getting somebody a leg up that needs it so that they can get going and everything like that. So if I'm going to give money to an unwed mother and her children, why would I not also give money to a nuclear family who needed it so that they could get on their feet? Why am I excluding, a family with a mom and a dad?
Exactly.
What in the hell is that about? Whose brainchild was this?
Mm-hmm. You know, and it's so crazy because you got, you know, and people, and I ain't gonna even lie, this person pissed me off so bad because you're gonna sit up here and I haven't, you know, when people can't make a point with you, they personally attack you, and like I said, that coming from a person from R. Kelly site, and to you talking about free R. Kelly, because I looked at the shit when I'm talking to you, I'm looking back and seeing what you post, injustice and this and that. You motherfucker, I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. You just and I told him straight up, I'm like, you're literally parroting MSNBC and the ladies on The View. You're not even saying anything with a mind of your own.
You can't even put it in your own words.
I'm literally telling you the reason why I want to vote for Trump is because he is against men and women's sports. He is against people giving kids puberty blockers. He is against our borders being overrun by not only people from Mexico, but people from China, people from all type of countries that are men of military age and able to be activated at any time, like what happened with 9/11. That, and then all you can say, oh, well, you know, you can go ahead and vote for your master. Tell me one thing that Joe Biden has told us in recent times that he's running on that he's going to do for the country.
And I have asked people an even simpler question, and that is, what has Joe Biden done that has benefited you? Just name one thing.
Right. Can't do it. And we have a reference point, right? I mean, the people, we've had Donald Trump as a president before, and people can remember how the country, how smoothly things were at the time. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
I mean,
the only real problems that we had was just, you know, liberals running around with their little heads twisting around, you know.
Yeah. And the only thing that they could talk about was this racism, like distraction. At this point, you know, that's a distraction. You know, people have to understand that the country is in the worst condition it has been in since the Great Depression right now. And unfortunately, that's due to the Democratic Party and their bogus agendas. You know what I'm saying?
The Democratic Party is the slave party. And Lyndon B. Johnson said he'll have the niggas voting for us for the next 300 years.
Now, and if you don't already know this, look it up. Don't take my word for it. The Democratic Party is the party of the KKK.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. Like I said, for my R. Kelly listeners that might not like Trump, you better understand this. Ann Donnelly, the whole fucking prosecution team, everybody that came after R. Kelly, the Me Too movement, Time's Up, and all of them are far left Democrats. Believe it. Look it up. Think I'm playing with you? Go look up Ann Donnelly and what her party affiliation is.
How's everybody doing tonight, man?
Hey.
Doing good, Lex. How you feeling, man?
Oh, man, I come here to get some of this old gumbo, man. A little of this goulash and all that good stuff, man. Y'all talking about
we got a big old pot, man. We started cooking. We started over Big Pie House.
Yeah. I was over there. I was over there listening, man. I was had to take my wife to do a little running around, but I had y'all pinned down, paper clip down, and all that. So I was listening in, and I said, let me come over here and add to what I can add to. About the Biden and Trump ordeal. My thing is when I watched the
breaking up.
When I watched the dress last night, was it last night or Tuesday night?
Yeah,
when Biden got up there, was it Tuesday?
Whatever day that was, he was off that powder.
Yeah. So from watching him, and one of the key things he said was about the economy, and I thought about it. I said, wait a minute, the numbers that y'all are skewing are numbers that had already been worked on before you even got in office. So that part of it is not even really true about what you're talking about. That's just like having a pre-existing ailment. I mean, if it's already happening, then how you gonna say that you the one solved it when it's already been put into place for it to be worked out, so to speak? Yeah. With it and everything else that he stands for, I got a problem with. So I don't know why the people don't understand that if you ride with him, I mean, look how have your life has been since he's been in office all these years. Now we're dealing with a president who's getting ready for shady pines, so to speak.
Man, he got a shit he depend on right now as we speak.
Oh yeah, you know he do. You know he do. Can't even keep his eyes open long enough to read the teleprompter.
Yeah. He done shit on already.
I just seen it said global technology outage hits McDonald's. I don't know what that's about.
Hey, bust this. I went to McDonald's last Saturday morning to pick up because I do a little bit of door dashing. I fucks around and they whole system shut down. I'm trying to get a damn $20 order and y'all would have fucked my morning up.
Oh man.
That's
yeah,
cool,
so I believe it. But you got all that AI in your restaurant now. I'm telling you when the damn burgers is done and shit, you need to get your life together. Relax.
You gotta relax.
You know, shit.
Yeah, man. We was calling old Joe. Me and my partner Penn was calling them Weekend at Bernie's. You know how remember that movie Weekend at Bernie's? It's somebody else. It's somebody else that's running this nation. It's not. It can't be him. He barely is coherent enough to know what's going on.
Look, the American people are not stupid, okay? You know, and I would say this. This is the way I feel because I feel the vibe. Just like I knew the Cubs was going to win the World Series in 2016 and Trump was going to be president in 2016 no matter what the fuck. Because I'm like, nah, the world as a whole ain't ready for no female president. And anyway, Hillary, the shadiest bitch on the planet, is something going to fall out the sky. And it did. Them emails fell out the sky, bust her right in her damn head. And the next thing you know, we was on to Trump. Now, the problem that I don't understand, every since this man tried to run for president, they have been trying to indict him. Whether it be Stormy Daniels, whether it be the Russia collusion hoax bullshit, whether it be impeaching him not once, but twice inside of a 4-year presidency, which is absolutely unprecedented. Then wait until he announces his re-election to try to prosecute him again and give him 91 indictments, more than any gangster that's ever walked the face of the earth. When they get to overreaching, go ahead.
I just wanted to add this in, brother. I know you're going there. An abuse of power. Malicious prosecution.
When they get to overreaching, like I'm about to say, overcharging, overexerting their authority, so comfortable with the shit that they laying down in the bed and pillow talking about it with the special prosecutors and shit. We got a problem. There's a problem when you got even in the R. Kelly situation, people with fake R. Kelly emails and calling people boss baby and shit.
Where's the conflict of interest in that?
It's improprieties and improper shit. These people don't play above board, and that's why they feel like that they don't want to be held accountable for the Constitution and the way that it was written and the shit that they know that it meant, because they know, but they take it out of context. This is the reason why they ignore the 14th Amendment is about due process The reason why due process is because people always felt like white people always felt like back then in the South that they could hang and lynch people. This is a fact. I don't know about where you from because I don't think y'all see dark people like that over where you from. Is that true news? Or it's Indian country, right?
What, out here?
Yeah.
Out here, everybody's out here.
But I got a homeboy that stay out there. I got a homeboy that I grew up with that stays in North Dakota, and say he wouldn't have it any other fucking
I'm
way.
not North Dakota, brother.
Well, Wyoming or wherever.
I'm one.
You're from North Dakota today, huh?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of Missouri.
Oh, Missouri. You know what? I went to my basic in Fort Leonard Wood. I did basic training in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
It's hot out there in the summertime.
God, look, it rained every day of basic. It was crazy. It was the craziest shit. But you know what? It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Missouri's nice, man.
Yeah, I mean,
it's nice. It's nice as shit. But anyway, you've probably seen racism.
Oh yeah,
and lynchings and shit because I don't want not lynchings, but just racism, racist talk. Look, people talk. Look, I done called white people crackers and shit. I'm not gonna even lie. Hey, look, Big Vi, damn it, J Rock, shit, y'all know I'm not lying. We done had conversations, cracker motherfuckers. But at the same time, I think if you want to be honest and you want to be a provoked thinker, then you have to say, well, damn, it's wrong for me to do that shit too. Because what I'm doing is simply perpetuating the things that I say I don't want happening to me. Am I not correct?
Yeah. But see, the thing about that is why it's a distraction at this point, because racism has been sewn into the social fabric of this nation. There's no way around it. It just is what it is.
It was built on good old fashioned. It was built on that good old fashioned. Shit. I mean, let's just be honest. Antebellum slavery.
Just be honest.
Took place in this country.
But one of the other piece of that,
I don't even know what the Egyptians went through.
And you all can tell me if I'm wrong. In this present day, the demand for racism is bigger than the supply.
It is.
Absolutely.
It is. Because look at us now. Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. I lost my best friend at the beginning of this year. And it wasn't no black guy. Mm-hmm. He was lily white. Lily white, hillbilly motherfucker. Smoke weed with him every day. That was my boy. We talked about this shit, the R. Kelly shit. We talked about political shit. He didn't understand what the fuck happened with R. Kelly either. He like, why in the fuck is he even in jail?
Right.
Like, why? It doesn't even make sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, after you start looking into it, it doesn't make any sense. Prior to what? I don't know. I've been listening to you guys now for what, 3 weeks now, maybe?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Prior to that, I'll be the first one to say I knew R. Kelly was a singer. And I also knew that he went to jail for something. And I also knew that it had something to do,
with little girls,
sex crimes. Yeah.
And little girls.
I didn't even know. Actually, I didn't even know that it was, like underage stuff or anything. Had no idea. Wasn't even that familiar with it.
Okay.
But
like I said, coming into it with a clean mind, you end up in a certain place.
Yeah, and it wasn't even a completely clean mind, because I had heard references before, even before coming to this channel, of the similarities between Donald Trump's issues and R. Kelly's issues, and that's why I stuck around, just because.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute, there is something to this,
Right. Right. I mean, because when you look at the RICO thing, like when they hit, and I said it, and Jeff can probably attest to it because I think he might have been on the live with me and Big Vi, and I said it out loud. And this was before Trump was ever fucking charged. I'm like, the reason why they did this, they're going to fuck around and charge Donald Trump with a RICO.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, they're going to do it. And I'm like, the reason why, and that's the main reason why I feel like that they charged R. Kelly. And I promise you, when they charged him with a RICO, I just lost my fucking shit.
Yeah.
And they sent him to the RICO queen to do it.
Yep.
The laziest prosecutor of all times.
Yeah, and the thing of it is that, I mean, as soon as you hear about it, you know, you can see the train coming. You know what they're doing. You know why they're doing it. You know, and you're still got to sit there and watch this play like you haven't seen it 20 times before, and you're expected to accept this play, okay, like you haven't seen it 20 times before, and that is the part that is super aggravating from somebody on the outside looking in, you know.
It's almost like when you're watching basketball. It's almost like when you're watching basketball and you know that the screen is coming on the out of bounds play and you yelling like screen, and you know that screen is going to free the person up for the corner three from the out of bounds throw. You like screen and nobody's paying attention. That's what it's like. We see it. They're literally, you got motherfuckers so brainwashed that they say it pisses me off when they do this, because when he said dictator only on day one, I knew what the media was going to do with that. He knew it. That's why he did it. Yep. He's starting to do stuff on purpose to make these dumbasses react this way.
But it's like the three phases that we said earlier. But see, they were able to complete each phase with Kels. But for one, they'll never be able to do that with Donald Trump. He got way too much money.
Money too long. It takes money. This takes money. You got to have some money to buy a baseball bat. They took all R. Kelly's money. He couldn't even buy a fucking pencil.
There's one other small difference too, and that is Trump's lawyers know all about R. Kelly, because, you know, you're the ones that fucking told me that at some point those two used to hang out some. And so, you know, they are having to watch this thing or play it out in court like they've never seen this show before as well.
He's literally ladies are coming out and talking about Trump's being sexually assaulted.
Oh yeah.
20 years from in the past. Do you think that a man is going through some shit like that, is not aware of other men that's gone through shit like that, and he's saying that it's bullshit, and he's not going to believe the next man that's saying it's bullshit? Mm-hmm. Are you kidding me? He know good and damn well that Michael Avenatti jumped off of his case dead on R. Kelly's case. He knows. He would be a fool not to.
Yep. And especially because the fact that he knows that Michael Avenatti had political aspirations for the White House, and that's why he did it. Especially if he thinks that by taking down R. Kelly, it would actually endear him to the black elites, quote unquote.
Yes, he lost to Donald Trump in that fucking shit. And that's why they bringing it back up again. He was supposed to win that, but he's such a suck lawyer. He sucks. So he lost. Only thing he was good, he could race a fucking car. That's it. He should have stuck to the rivers and the lakes he was used to and stopped trying to lawyer.
He was even good at that.
Well, he should have stayed in the pit crew or something.
Yeah, and see, stuff like this kind of lets you know how corrupt the case against R. Kelly has been. Because I got an article here I'm looking at right now. Chicago prosecutor resigns. I have zero confidence in leadership.
Wow.
And we said, and this was back in 2022. This is about a year and a half ago. A top Cook County prosecutor resigned this week, saying he can't continue to work for an administration I don't respect. Assistant Cook County State's Attorney Jim Murphy stepped down Friday after 25 years of service, explaining that he could no longer work under Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx, who he said is more concerned with political narratives and agendas than with the victims and prosecuting violent crime, adding, "That's why I can't stay any longer."
And they spend so much time concentrating on that. They letting real criminals out of jail. They got people in jail awaiting trials that are innocent for years.
And here's
just dogging out the American people, dogging us out. And then the crazy thing is, everywhere I turn around, and it's so hurtful to turn around, and at every turn, it's a black woman.
And here's the ironic part.
That's what's fucking me up. Like, it's a black woman. But this is the craziest shit.
Yeah. I ain't want to say it, but you said it, bro.
Yeah. And here's the ironic part.
Every time I turn around,
Jim Murphy,
it's a black man.
This was exactly one.
They prop these women up.
This was
prop them up.
Exactly.
Yeah, go ahead.
And this was, and like I said, the ironic part was this was exactly 1 month. This news broke out exactly 1 month before R. Kelly's Chicago trial. So he had to know that there was some dirt in regards to this. So he couldn't even be no part of it before R. Kelly's trial even started. And you got a senior lawyer that was in there 25 years, and he decides to step down.
Right.
That ought to let you know, right? That if that's not a red flag, then I don't know what the hell is.
You know what, man? I'm gonna tell you like this. These individuals have set up a kind of like a microcosm of themselves, that they're the only ones that can administer the justice, or injustice, because that's exactly what it is. When they target a person, they already prepared with who their attorneys are going to be. The prosecuting attorneys, they already they don't know who the judge is going to be. That's the only way Ann Donnelly could have came out of her fucking mouth and said that she had already had a number in mind. If she didn't know or think that she was going to be on that case, she probably begged for that fucking case. It's absolutely, it's so fucked up, man. We done spin up in here talking, man. Big Violent came in, he ain't said a damn thing. Big Vi, where you at, baby? Yeah, you grab that phone, unmute that shit. Talk to me. Yeah, man. I'm like, we ain't even had to play too much footage tonight. The conversation has been enough.
Kind of took off, yeah.
Good Lord. I'm like, what a conversation we are having tonight. This is good shit. Good, nice Friday. I mean, the chat is nice. I mean, the amount of people that are watching is great. It's nice, steady. I'm cool with it. Very intimate. Got my friends over. We barbecuing. I don't want to say that too much because that the Haiti shit and the motherfucking name barbecue or whatever. Just starting all that shit over there, and got other people running to the country.
Yeah, man. We got the card table set up. Got some dominoes going. Got
Oh yeah, got my drink, get my money, and I got
crack
my
open
whiskey.
crack open a few cold ones. We fellas
Uh-huh.
chopping it up.
Yes, sir. And like I said, man, I just feel like that, we at a point right now where we can't really hold nothing back, man. Look, it's now or never, man. Shit, the way we look at this world might fucking blow up if we don't do some shit. If we don't fight for this motherfucker, we gonna lose it.
It's scary, right? It's getting real spooky out here, man. The way this people are moving, these politics, and the way that these, laws and district attorneys is wilding out, man, with, manipulating their power to attack people, hitting people with all these indictments, and then it's just crazy. And we just sitting back watching this country crumble right before our eyes, man. So we need platforms like yours to speak truth to power, to keep the conversation going so people will be aware, because a lot of people they just can't think past the surface, and it's not their fault. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's just the way that they will talk. So, I salute you, brother.
You know what? And you know what? I'm gonna tell you like this though. It's scary to do this shit, man. It ain't easy. It's not easy to know that you're gonna get a negative comment or a negative inbox at any given time with somebody. Right. Oh, you need to do this, but you know what? I gotten to the point in my life that I can't worry about what other people think. I got to be able to carry my ass to sleep at night, and I can't carry my ass to sleep at night. No, go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead.
Yeah, bro. What people think about you is not your business. It's not your problem. It's their problem. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so, they got the issue with themselves, because if you disagree, that's one thing. But what happens is a lot of times people take other people's opinion personally, and then they, because they know that what you're saying is valid, but they don't want to accept it. So therefore they start to attack and throw insults instead of just having a mutual conversation about it. Because sometimes the way that we would talk.
Sorry, go ahead.
The narcissist.
All we get in this Wayne's World is a drive-through, man.
All of this stuff that people just learned yesterday.
Right.
You just learned this shit yesterday. You ain't been talking this way until you heard it from the people on The View, until you heard it from Whoopi Goldberg's stupid ass.
Oh, I don't listen to her. Nobody got here from The View.
I'm so fucked up with her. I can't watch any shit she's even been in anymore. I like Sister Act, man. And she done fucked that shit up for me, man.
I know. And that really is like the movie from her that I enjoyed the most.
Yeah.
I mean, she fucked that shit up for me. I mean, now I'd rather see her get never mind.
I can't even listen to her mouth. I can't. I mean, if I hear Whoopi Goldberg in another room, I got to go in and find the dial to turn that off.
And you know who? Can't even say the man's name. Now that's some vitriol. That's some hatred.
Yep.
You know who?
You know who else is like that for me?
What do you do like
that? It's the white version of Whoopi Goldberg. Take a guess.
White version of Whoopi Goldberg.
Yep.
And you would be talking about
Bette Midler. Bette Midler.
Huh?
Bette Midler.
Oh, Bette Midler?
Yeah. Yep. She is like a white version of Whoopi Goldberg. She's just as talented. She's a smart woman. But, man, she has got the TDS so bad, she just comes unhinged.
Yeah. Robert De Niro's acting like a straight hoe.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, every time he goes on a Trump rant, though, I will listen to his rants because they're usually funny.
I'm like, is he gonna have a heart attack? What the fuck?
Yep.
Like, oh my
And
god.
the thing is that I mean, you can tell he's acting when he's doing it. I mean, he's feeling some of it, but the
This
rest is just Al
fucker
Pacino
said
playing Al Pacino.
he said that Trump has no redeeming qualities. And
Yep.
I couldn't play a character like that. When you played the son of a bitch in Goodfellas, you played in The Godfather, you
The only
played
thing that was
crazy
missing
In the
from his Trump
Untouchables.
speech was the
Yeah,
woo-ha.
right. You literally played a crazy taxi driver. You literally played a crazy deranged person in Cape Fear. You played in Heat as a bank robber, and you mean to tell me that Trump has the most unredeemable qualities and you can't play him? You in Cape Fear, you tried to rape a teenager. You get don't get me started, bro. He's gonna fucking kill me. They kill me. You hypocrites, you.
The thing is he is a great actor, but that's it. I don't even know why people listen to him, and I don't know why people listen to Whoopi Goldberg, and it blows me away.
I'm like, Robert De Niro, I liked you, bro. I really did. I loved you in Meet the Parents.
I still like him, but I won't listen, to his rhetoric. I'm not looking at him for in a political opinion. You know what I mean?
I bet you Sylvester Stallone's a Trumper.
I have no idea. No, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is he's a never Trumper, but I mean, I'll still watch his movies.
Get out to the chopper now. Never Trumper. Oh God.
But yeah, I mean, because I don't know. Like I said, I like watching Robert De Niro's rants because it's every single one of them has been funny.
Mm-hmm. Like one of my favorite R. Kelly songs is "Step in the Name of Love." Can you imagine? I know it's someone's birthday tonight somewhere. Let me stop, man. I'm having fun tonight, man. This is good. Gotta have fun. Truth be told, people have a lot of shit going on in their life, and I have, I'm one of them. I don't have a perfect life, but I promise you guys give me something that I need, and that's energy, man. I promise you. Yeah, I actually have purpose to actually look at things and actually look at it with a clear mind so I can bring proper content, man. It's crazy. Because when I talk about things, I mean, I bring my own swing to it, and it's provoked thoughts. It's not a provoked fact. It's simply an opinion. It's simply how I feel, what you made me think about in the midst of your bullshit. Right. And if people who, subscribe, I thank you. The ones that's just watching, as long as you liking and sharing and subscribing, I thank you. But other than that, you a troll and you sucking up energy. But I do feel like that even though I may be brash and I may say things, I might have a foul mouth a lot most of the time. I think the point is getting pretty much proven around here. Yeah. I think that it is. And I appreciate everybody on the panel. And J Rock, man. Your statistics, man. You even got me on stats. For real, I'll be on stats, man. For real, Noobs is like the boy. I'm telling you, my whole panel right now is like an all-star team. Lex come in, Lex is like I would say the person that'll come in like and just snap off real quick. He'll let him have it. Vi's gonna be Vi. He gonna snap. He gonna come back. And, he gonna give you facts. He gonna snap. He gonna come back, give you facts.
Now the only thing that we got to do for Vi, I think we got to get a microphone that crescendos with him.
Oh no, he was on his he was on his
on
he
his
was
phone.
he was on his phone. So
Oh,
that was just like Niecy mode when she was ranting and she was peaking. That was phone.
oh, yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I got a pretty decent mic over here because I'm not having that shit. If I'm yell, it may peak if I get too close, but if I keep a decent distance, we can have a great conversation, man. Shit.
Yeah, my voice reaches. I gotta remember to stay low because, oh man, horrible stories. But I'll tell you those offline.
So one of the things, like when it comes to R. Kelly, and the reason why, because R. Kelly brought me to YouTube. I'm talking about full time. Like YouTube is my station. I don't really watch shit else on TV like that. If I want my news, I go to YouTube. I've subscribed to YouTube TV at a point, so it could be easier for me to toggle back and forth. Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, it's everything in a nutshell for me. I can, it's linked to my Google account, all that good shit. Muse is on his way back in this bitch. She like, let me back in. But I promise you, I'm thankful for Vafa even giving me that confidence. And another friend of mine, he'll be on the chat eventually. He having some issues trying to get his health together. That's Black CEO Media 2.0. He'll be around. And he told me some things to try to do in order to, a lot of people have been telling me, and I'm going, like I said, I want my channel to be great for y'all because anybody I've let see it say it's pretty good. And it only takes for somebody to see it. So
yeah. Now I know you got one comment so far, and you talked about it a little bit, that was kind of I don't know, putting a little bit of shadow on the amount of political stuff that it gets into. But really, and I just wanted to say this, I mean, I think it's one of the perks of this channel because it's not just that you're talking about R. Kelly, but you're applying it to everything else that's going on around, too, so that because people got to be able to recognize, this same video the next time they see it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to sit there and act like you never seen it before.
Right. And that's one of the things. If you look at my intro in there, it says injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Yep.
So I believe in that wholeheartedly.
Yeah. So don't stop doing what you're doing is what I'm saying, because I think it does need to be tied into everything.
Yeah, I believe in it wholeheartedly. And like I said, it was easy to tie together when you see Michael Avenatti writing the fucking mix. That was that was easy money. Like, I don't know why people are skipping past this.
Because he said himself out of his own mouth, Michael Avenatti, setting up the Golden Goose was easy.
Yeah. I'm like, why is everybody missing this? And I'm screaming it to the rooftops. I've been saying it for years. I'm like, Michael Avenatti said 90% of it is bullshit. That leaves us with 10%. And you always have to cut the deck.
Right.
With whatever's left, you got to shuffle it and you got to cut that deck, man.
I want to hear them that conversation with him and Miss Kim Fox, the DA, and out there in O'Hare Airport, in the hotel out there they had.
And Noobs and J Rock and Big Vi, everybody chat and all. You know good and damn well that if you playing cards with anyone and they don't cut that deck, we're gonna have some problems.
Shuffle that joker real good.
Shuffle it up real good and give me the deck and let me cut it so it can be fair. So I can put my hands on it and say, okay, I can see this ain't been fucked with.
Don't be like Scooter on that episode of Sanford and Son. Fred had to go get them glasses so he could see through them cards and play them at their own game. Remember that episode?
That's one of my favorite episodes, by the way.
Yes, sir. Mine is the one with the gun, the gun and the coffin.
One thing's for sure and two things are for certain, man. We, Big Vi's channel, Sir Miguel got a channel, from that spawn from this. But one thing that I can safely say is we actually have some of the best chats that don't need minimal moderation. It's minimal bullshit, man. The conversation in the chat, I'm looking through and I'm like, man, everybody cool up in here.
Well, yeah, and anybody that comes in, if they're genuine, and they don't even have to be, think one way or another. I would like to see somebody come in one day and argue the government side,
Man,
But
or
when that,
argue. I
but when that happens,
would love a left wing extremist to bring his ass on my panel.
hey, but when that happens, all right, we can't sit here and just talk over the dude
No.
or woman or whatever,
Yeah.
So we're gonna, because even when it's just us talking and some of us get loud and we override our mics and everything else, we're gonna have to have a different composure, I think, when we get somebody like that on, because we want to have that discussion.
Right. Keep some decorum, and then you can get to the blessed middle ground.
And maybe you don't get on the blessed middle ground. Maybe that person leaves the show, thinking the same thing they did when they come on the show.
Yeah.
And none of our opinions, but that's cool, because we need those folks too.
We've had instances. There have been people that we have literally watched come from the other side of disliking and thinking R. Kelly was guilty to being like, oh,
yep. But so long as they're genuine, I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You got to be unbiased and fair and balanced, and look at the facts, and your personal feelings and emotion got to be extract out of it. A lot of people in the sector cannot do that.
And that's where I think I have a benefit, because I don't have a personal, I don't have a personal anything in this,
Right.
I would say that for me, when it comes to anything, even with R. Kelly, me being an absolute fan of his music, absolute 100% fan of his music. If I could see anything that merited this man sitting in jail for over 3 decades, I would, without anybody else in there with him.
Yeah. Well,
I would be. Yeah.
And then the fact that it has gone on as long as it has, because every one of the witnesses that I have seen so far has been discredited, and not just in one way. They've been discredited in multiple ways. Things that they said, places that they said they were at, materials that they said they had that they don't have, And so why, they were so quick to prosecute them. Why aren't we just as quick to get this cleaned up and find out what the actual deal?
Because they got the goat.
Mm-hmm.
They got the goat. Yep. They got their scapegoat, the person that they were looking to get, and he's a trophy.
Yep. And I just want to say to everybody who hears this, stay your ass out of the state of New York. And if you happen to be there, don't even go in the city. There's nothing for you there. You're just gonna get jammed up on some bullshit. Just stay out of New York.
Jail time for your ass.
Yeah.
Fuck that place.
Check this out. I don't know if y'all remember, but one of our other fellow sisters in the sector, she was, getting to journalism herself, and she was actually at the trial in New York, and she was sitting where the rest of the seasoned journalists sit. And she was asking one of the seasoned journalists, why don't y'all report in the media what's being done here in court? Y'all only giving one side, and that's the prosecution side. She said, one of the ladies who's a seasoned journalist, she said, because that's how everybody is eating. Everybody is eating off this.
Well, you got to be careful if you go into that courtroom and sit on the on the R. Kelly side, if there's such a thing, because you might get jammed up before you get home.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about the possibility of, and and this is in regards to the Fonnie Willis deal, because I know she's too fucking arrogant to recuse herself from that case on her own. Because that was one of the
right.
And I think it's kind of funny because I thought about it and I'm like, damn, McAfee, what a mind fuck you just did to this woman. That was a mind fuck. Fire your man that you're clearly in love with because you risked it all for him, or recuse yourself. You paid him. You paid him $750,000, and you might as well keep him on the case. Because if you don't, then they're gonna really hit you for them funds. They're gonna come after that ass because he didn't even get to try the case, and you paid him $650 some odd million. Damn. Whoa. You feel me?
Yeah, because the bottom line, somebody was going to have to step down. Either it was going to be her or him.
So bust this.
It should have been both of them. And so, I mean, the split decision doesn't really make a ton of sense.
Yeah. But even though she stays on, she still lost some credibility.
And 6 charges. Forward.
I think that was a little bit of punishment for her ass too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, did you see those charges at all? Did you read through any of them?
Was the phone call one of them?
The phone call was one of the things that he ruled, but the phone call aside, she had 6 charges that, you know, they're like written by like a high school kid. You know, they weren't specific. They just said that, you know, Trump tried to make this public servant, you know, violate their oath of office, and that's all it said. It's like, what oath of office, and then what article of that oath of office, you know. And so there's like 6 charges, and that should have been done.
Ain't that a bitch? Her shit made him go back and read the charges.
Yeah, and why wasn't that done initially?
Because they was cool.
Yeah.
And he didn't think that she would see. Noobs, I'm telling you, it's different. Like, it's crazy because I'm assuming that like they co-workers and they cool at work, but they don't kick it.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, think about the demographic. He's in his 30s, she's in her 50s. She's a girl power. He got a wife and some fucking kids and shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be him because, I mean, there's nothing that he could have done that would have made, you know, half the people are gonna be pissed off.
He had to play that shit the way he played that shit, and either way, Fanny gonna look crazy.
Well, the thing is, you know, when he was on a radio podcast, I don't know, yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, yeah, because the decision came out today, and on that podcast, you know, the thing that he said he was most concerned about is that he wanted to make the correct decision so that it would be, you know, impervious to appeal. My problem with that, now I'm not a lawyer, all right, but I mean, I can see and hear and think, is that he's already made the determination that she is not trustworthy, that she lies. And so that to me is the entire reason for taking her off of this case. Not that her and Wade were knocking boots, because that's not a conflict of interest. You know, her taking money, kickbacks from the money that, you know, she was paying him, that could be a problem. But the big problem is that she lied about the whole thing. And so how can you believe anything that she's bringing forward? It's all suspect now.
It's fruit from a poisonous tree at this point.
Because we know she's a liar. It's been proven. That's why she should have been disqualified, not because, you know, she's getting a little something on the side.
I think he might be trying to make her disqualify herself, but I bet you if he you know what? It's almost like I feel like that he may eviscerate her ass if she decides to stay on this case.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so.
And if anything else comes out this bullshit, I think that's what he's thinking. Like, look, I'm gonna give you an opportunity because she might have. You never know. She might have helped him out with some shit, or he don't look like he's the sharpest knife in the motherfucking drawer. he doesn't have the look of supreme intelligence. So it's almost certain she might have had to help him through something as a DA, as an assistant DA when he was.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think that that's the issue. I don't think it's a lack of intellect on his part. I think for him, it's just trying to mitigate the pressures of each side. And, you know, in my mind, all you got to do is look at the books, you know.
But that's weak sauce. If that's the case, that's some weak shit.
Yeah,
because as a judge, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, it's not an intellect problem, you know. You know, because it's not like, you know, he's trying to bring, you know, crazy charges out of thin air or that sort of thing. But man, he sure is like entertaining the bullshit because he doesn't want to appear, you know, off sides to either side. And that really needs to not be a consideration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and the main thing is, and the thing of it is that you know, you really have to make sure that when you look at this, man, I try, and when you look at all this shit, man, I try my best to be fair to everybody. I try to even put the scenario together of what could happen, like how you know, if they definitely lied about the start of the relationship,
right? And that was proven, and that's what I'm saying. Out of everything else that happened, you know, she proved herself to be a liar, and so I don't know how you'd have to get another prosecutor to bring those charges to give them validity, in my mind. You know, maybe the charges are correct, maybe the charges are incorrect, but how can we trust this proven liar one way or the other?
Right.
You know, so that's the biggest problem I have with, you know, her not being disqualified. Giving her this option, I think for him it was just the puss way out.
Yeah, it was real fucked up because
yeah,
you know, he had to make sure, because truth be told, he got people running against him now. He had to save his ass.
Yeah.
But I
and
think
Lexington's right.
I think he fucked himself. I think he fucked himself.
Well, I don't think he did it to himself. He didn't choose the case. The case chose him. So, because nobody in their right mind would try to get this case. You know what I mean?
And a lot of this shit seems stupid. You got this inexperienced judge judging what potentially could be the trial of the century. Yeah.
Well, you gotta temper that a little bit though, because what is an inexperienced judge? This is somebody who has already been through 8 years of school, who's been to trial, who's either been a prosecutor or, you know, a defense counselor of some kind. You know, they should know the law. They have aides to help them go through the books to make sure that the relevant portions of law come up. I mean, they should have at least that experience, even if it's a judge sitting on the bench for the first day. I mean, what's an inexperienced judge?
Okay.
That's why it blows my mind about that Ann Donnelly in New York.
Right? You know, that's what blows my mind about all of these cases. These people were supposed to have studied law somewhere. They're supposed to be applying the law. I don't see a whole lot of that going on. I see a bunch of bullshit that looks like it should be on, you know, on late night television.
In that order. Well, check this out. We have hit the 3-hour mark.
There you go.
And it's quitting time. Yeah, truth be told, I got to get up in the morning. I'm looking to do some business, and I planned on coming on tomorrow night, and I still plan on doing it. This was actually impromptu because I can't stay away from you fuckers. I really can't. So if
I think you got a problem. We might need to get you some help.
Right.
Yeah. So, truth be told, if you guys could go ahead and give me a little 2-minute outro, and we can go ahead and get up out of here. Big Vice seemed like he might have got involved in some other shit because he ain't said a word. Yeah.
Everybody be peaceful. Everybody be stay prayed up, and keep on trying to be the best version that you can be. And
Yep.
That's it.
Good night, everybody. We'll see ya.
All right, man. I appreciate everybody
in the panel. Much love to y'all, and until we meet again.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
Derek. Hey, Derek, before you catch out of here, man, how did your little interview go?
Yes. Back from I'm cool with it. We're gonna see what's up.
Already. Well, y'all hold it down, man. Be easy out there. Keep your head on the swivel.
Appreciate it. All right, y'all. I will catch you all tomorrow night around 9 approximately. Maybe, yes, it'll be 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
We will be talking about what we be talking about. That's just what it is. And I hope that you all enjoyed the show tonight, and I hope to see you all. If you all are in here, of course, and new, make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Damn, I thought I had it like that.
If you feel like
2129.
All right, brother, have a good one.
All right, if you feel like you want to contribute to the channel, go ahead and hit the Cash App at Cash App $ Provoked Thoughts Live. I appreciate everything, and you have an amazing night. Good night, everybody. Yeah.
How long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we say fuck this piece shit and grab them clappers? How long before we lose our voices shouting Black Lives Matter? How long we gon' keep letting them disrespect our president? How long we gon' keep letting them terrorize our residents? I'm sick of this shit. It's word to Bernie Mac. How long before we police ourselves, take our own streets back? How long for Uncle Tom here and hate on this shit? How long before they take a shot at me for making this shit? How long I gotta wait for justice for Josiah Shaw? How long we gotta fake it till we can take it and whack 'em all? How long we not gonna make these youngins pull their pants up? How long we gonna keep letting them shoot us down with our hands up? How long we gonna keep killing our own and making these streets hot? How long will what I say to you stay with you when the beat stop? How long's your attention span? How long you watch the news? You ain't down to shake shit up with the rebels for the cause? I ain't talking to you.